Holy Land Lovers, it's me, your Captain Vasco speaking. Hello, welcome. It's Friday the 19th of September in 2025. It's just, life keeps on going, man. Someone said that they stopped by and chat just to see if I was doing better, which I am, but I think that's largely just because every day up to and including Monday of this week has been just like a nightmare for the recallable past. Is that a unit of time anyone's ever used before? It's called Downton Abbey, the grand finale. Yeah, like I said, Downton Abbey Final Reckoning. It's the one where Tom Cruise has like a fight between like two like propeller planes. I think that's the one. I think we're talking about the same movie. If I recall, that's recent memory. No, that's something else. I think you're talking about Citizen Kane. I don't know why I would make that joke. One of my absolute favorite Kids in the Hall sketches is the Citizen Kane one. And like, if you haven't seen it, like, I'm not gonna try and explain it. I probably have in the past, and I will again. But like, it's extremely funny to me, but it's like very, very stupid. Um, but yeah, so I was reflecting on this leading into this weekend and with October coming up, and I will say it was really refreshing that like there were enough days where like things weren't in like constant critical condition that like I actually had like honest to God, like I think it was like Tuesday was like the first day we like actually crossed something off of like the to-do list or whatever, in like 1,000 years, in like 5,000 years. It was never supposed to happen, and for 5,000 years it didn't. But like once like the first contractor of the week was done, like I literally felt like I could think again. Like you've seen me like do some of this like basics, like literally last Friday I tried to play No Sleep for Kaname Date and got like really mad about. I mean, in fairness, the puzzle I got really mad about, like, I actually think they, like, didn't finish designing, and then they just had the characters, like, tell you how they were feeling, and that made me feel mad. But, like, I was so, like, completely exhausted and, like, non-functional that, like, on Saturday, I was like, I'm just gonna play the train games that Demolition sent me for my birthday, and they go toot toot or ting ting or choo choo, and that's it. That was like 3 hours, and some of that was troubleshooting, and it didn't work. But it's all on YouTube if you really want to see it. But like, yeah. So like, I've been in just like a horrible place, like mentally, emotionally. It was like just it's been really tough for me. I'm not trying to say I have it like worse than anyone else, but like for me, I was at like wit's end. Like I was struggling to like do basic human function. And then like literally just like one thing getting done, I was like, I see the Matrix code, and like I have like a renewed sense of purpose on like what to do about Halloween, which like normally is like a big deal here on the Vasco de Gamer streams, which is kind of funny to me consistently because like Halloween's like definitely not my favorite holiday, but I enjoy doing the things, and I feel like the fact that my favorite holiday is Christmas and that they don't make a lot of Christmas themed video games justifies sort of being like, well, we'll do spooky games and everyone's excited about that. And then I just sort of take some time off around Christmas. Halloween's on a Friday. I hadn't actually checked that, which you would think I would have done considering what I just said to you. But I'm going to try and work out the costume that I wanted to do last year and didn't have time for because of Hurricane Milton and canceling a bunch of streams because we lost power to like the whole area I live in. And honestly, it's a better fit this year than it was last year, so like maybe that's why that happened. I believe in fate and things if that isn't already known to you. Um but so yeah, like the reason I sort of go on this tangent is like I think the idea is that we're going to, until we finish No Sleep for Kaname Date, I think we're just going to try and play it straight through, so that way we can spend as much of October doing like more traditional spooky things. And I think I've settled on like this is subject to change somewhat, but like I think my concept for the year, it's like the last few years I've sort of picked like like a major game that ends up taking like a lot of time through the month, and then like fill in the rest of the space. And it's like not exactly a conscious decision, but it's just kind of how things work out. There's a finite number of like 1 to 2 stream games you can get every year to like jam pack the month or whatever. But like, I think this year, over the past few years, I just haven't been able to make time for a type of horror themed game that I like to do, which are those like interactive movie slash Western visual novels, as I call them sometimes. There's been a few over the past like 5 years, and I haven't played like any of those ones that I know of, which consist of the Quarry, The Devil Inside Me, and there's a new one coming out this year that's called like Directive 8020 or something like that, 2080, 8020. Um, Pretty excited about that one, largely just because it coincides with this year where like Alien Earth came out, and it has like the trailer seems to have like a very like alien kind of vibe to it. Can't forget Man of Medan. I mean, I didn't, but we've already played it. So like it's not on the immediate to-do list. Although I will say, the more time passes, the more I think that like maybe like next year or some year soon, assuming things remain somewhat consistent with streaming and all that, that like I kind of want to revisit Unavowed. It's a good game. It's been a while. Scraw, all that. It's such a lame name for a natural disaster. I know, like it's definitely like an insult to injury thing where like the hurt like a essentially a literal perfect storm of like maximum intensity hurricane. Thank you for that. Hits the house, the first house you've ever owned, the like not just the year you bought it, but like 2 months after you bought it, and then like ruins like half of the big streaming spectacular of the year. And like literally I scheduled a very specific date that I wanted to do the like Twitch plays costume quest last year, and I tried to like get everyone excited and show up at the same time so that we would have like maximum number of people trying to interact. And like that was the day that like power was gone. Like it sucks. You could sell your kidney for an Unavowed sequel. I'm surprised at that level of enthusiasm. Not because I think Unavowed doesn't warrant it, Zacula. I just didn't think you were like specifically that enthusiastic about that game, or even really adventure games in general. Everyone say hi to my sister who's in chat. Hi, funny godmother. Hit her with some Squirtles. She's in the Pokemon industry. I mean, it is a really good game, Zach. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah. I mean, honestly, I'm not even sure if all three of those games fit in the same year, because I had effectively promised last year that since we didn't get around to Slay the Princess, that was something that we were gonna do. So like, I kind of think that like when we finish No Sleep for Kaname Date, we start playing Slay the Princess, and then like alternate that with installments of like interactive movie game, and then like maybe we just do like 3-day weekend of, I don't know how long Directive 8020 is, but it's like it only comes out in October, I think. Maybe I'm even wrong about that. I haven't double checked the date. But like, yeah, I think that's the Halloween plan. But I figured out, I kind of like to have some sort of novel stream interaction for the Halloween streams. They've ranged from big to small. There's something I've kind of wanted to add to the stream for a while, mainly just because it's a joke that I think is really funny, and I don't know if it will resonate with you all, but we've tried them before, and they sometimes work and sometimes don't. But I think it actually coincides perfectly with both the costume and the event, and so like I'm gonna try and get that working, which will almost definitely require me to like take a day off of work at some point in this next month, because hypothetically a lot of work is involved depending on how far I advance the project. Yes, congratulations to my sister on the book launch. I just finished listening to her. I think this week is the fifth episode of her podcast. She launched a podcast alongside her book, game development strategy guide, which I left in my bedroom today. Last time I like held it up and showed it off. Um, but yeah, that might have been my favorites. I really like both of the last two in particular. Just because I don't know, something about those I mean, the last one was like about like narrative design in video games, and that obviously like appeals to me a great deal if you've watched the stream at all. Um, and like, yeah, I don't know. The other one just like had an emphasis on like video games that have like music as like a core element, which I always find interesting, partially because it's something I have like just no comprehension of. So like I found that really interesting. There was a game in there that sounded like it'd be fun to try. Uh, Backbeat colon something something escape. I don't know. It sounded cool. I'll look it up at some point, hopefully, maybe. But for now, I've already been talking for a little bit, and I know that Kat said that they can only be here for an hour, so we should probably at least try to get some gameplay in. It's really exciting and refreshing that I don't have 30 minutes of anger about the last week to deal with. Monday was very bad. And I will just briefly state that, I've said that like basically the last like month plus has been really bad for me. And that coincided with like the window of time that like I was supposed to get my work computer switched over to a new machine that has Windows 11 on it. And the Cliff Notes version of that is it didn't go good. That transition didn't go good. The IT guy said that he didn't recognize the problem, and then he talked to like the high end technicians who like know even more than he does, and they apparently had like multiple meetings about why my computer didn't work, and they like said they couldn't figure it out. And then he was like, well, we're probably going to have you send it back, but we're going to try doing like just a factory reset. We're just going to reset the whole thing to default and just give it a shot. And then like that actually worked, which, turn it off and on again. Ha ha, har har, fiddle-dee-dee. But it actually did work. It still kind of sucks. It's really my first experience using Windows 11, which indicates to you, the listener who's paying attention, that I'm still on Windows 10 on this computer that I'm streaming from right now. And there's not much time to change that over. But like, I'm sort of relieved it's like mostly a lateral move, but like at the same time, just like having to change machines and like reconfigure everything and like all the minor tweaks that are mainly different, rarely better, sometimes worse. It's all just a lot of hassle, Pokemon FedEx my second laptop to me within 2 hours of starting my first day. Yeah, it would have taken me a lot longer, for sure. At least I did. Oh, I did. I guess I can't pick him up. There's something hiding there. But this little guy is an indicator that I did get my shipment of Sitting Cuties from the Alolan region. That was supposed to show up like last Saturday and like didn't show up until Monday. Do you guys get laptops? Yeah. Have you all seen that meme about like if you have like a Mac laptop? Then I forget how it breaks down. They list like 3 different laptop types, and like one of them is like if you have like a ThinkPad, then like this is a lifelong career. That's me. That's what I got. Yeah, I had to do the same thing. Funny godmother, that like the like normal IT guy that my department works with was like, just like, I'm so sorry. Like I just have no idea why this is, and I was like, nah, like. He also said something like, you've been like so patient with this. I'm like, listen, I'm me. I get it. Like this just happens. Like it's new to you, but it's not new to me. This shouldn't happen. It never should have happened. And for 5,000 years, it didn't. But yeah, honestly, for a while when COVID had us go to remote work, like they literally just had some of the people in the department, myself included, just like install like work software on like home computers, and like boy, that pissed me off good. And that lasted for like 5 months. It was really, really annoying. So like, yeah, they definitely should have given me a laptop. Also consider that I am fully remote and was even before I left the state of California. But like the thing that's really exciting to me is that I finally got a phone number, because like when I was working remotely, I just had to use my cell phone to make business calls, and I hated that. Like, not only is that like literally just like unfair that I would have to like use my own phone for that, but then like certain people would like save my like personal cell phone and like bother me on like days off and stuff. Be like, nah, don't do that. Don't do that at all. We should invent a word for whatever this is. We really need to. It's too consistent not to have terminology to discuss it. Yes, Mom is here. Well, welcome, Mom, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Good to have you here, as always. And you're just in time, because I've been winding myself up to play the game, and it's taken almost a half hour anyway, but, like, you know what? It's time not to sleep anymore for Kaname Date or something. We're still not, like, 1,000% sure what the deal with the title is. I think we have a consensus that the idea is the time frame of this investigation is meant to be, like, very consolidated, and all of it's supposed to happen in, like, a day or so. But at the same time, it's just like interesting that it's like a really specific title that doesn't seem to relate to the game in the way that like Nirvana Initiative did or whatever. Psycho says, that's a line in the same for me. My boss asked me to put my work email on my phone, and I gave a hard no to that. Oh man, I for years at my old job I had that, and boy, it was horrible. But a big part of that is that my old job had like almost no redundancy, and so like to even take a day off was like virtually impossible. So like just one of the reasons I've tolerated a certain amount of crap from this job is like at no point have they even asked me to do that, and I don't think they've ever actually refused a reasonable request for time off. Anyway, it's time for the Somnium Files. So where are we at? Well, we really just spent the last stream dealing with like almost the entirety of the last stream dealing with the subway escape room. It had some issues to it. I got kind of mad about a particular puzzle that like in and of itself, the puzzle wasn't so complicated that a person couldn't reasonably be expected to solve it, except that rather than finishing the design of the puzzle such that the player had all of the necessary tools to solve it, they just like had the characters tell you like the cipher that made it possible. And like honestly, it's not even the first time that Somnium Files has done it, but like there was something about the procedure of that room that like wasn't vibing for me, and I was like, yes, finally a puzzle. And I was so enthusiastic to do the puzzle that like when it wasn't a real puzzle, I got kind of tilted. Not gonna pretend that's not true. But I think the more memorable issue, as I gathered from the pre-chat with Chet, was that there was like a random point in the mid. So like every escape room we've done in this game so far has had a feature at the end called Crisis Time, where like you get, I think the amount of time is 4 minutes. I think we were it sort of counts in schmeggins, so like there was just a point where they're like, suddenly there's bombs, and if you don't immediately defuse them in like actual real time, then everybody dies. And like, I'm not a big fan of timed puzzles. You probably know this about me. But like, it was also there's just like a weird thing where like all the other ones have put this crisis time thing at the end, and they've largely been focused on a single idea in the time given, where it's like you're sort of presented with a choice, and you're meant to like solve like some alternate way of thinking about the situation posed to you, so that you don't have to choose between two bad options. It's like kind of like a core theme with the whole like open your third eye, seek a way out. It's been really central to the game so far. But this time, like, instead of being that, they designed the end of this one so that like the only reasonable way that you could solve it is to have like effectively unlimited time to try and put in like a non-multiple choice guess, which was a weird choice to begin with, and it harkens back to Zero Time Dilemma, which if you know me super well, you'll know I don't think that's ever a good idea. And so because we couldn't do the crisis time at the end, someone appears to have had the genius idea of like, let's just jam it in the middle. But then they didn't like adjust the game mechanics around it for it to like justify that decision, to make it make sense. Cause like you actually had to like physically manipulate like multiple, like 3 separate characters in real time in like 3-dimensional space to like pick up clues, align them, interpret like a puzzle that's like derived from clues from those 2 other people. And then I think within the time limit, you still had to like at least approach the second bomb, even though that whole thing was like a red herring or whatever. It wasn't like a great experience. And I think it's unrealistic to expect someone to be able to like solve that puzzle in the 4 minutes, given how much there is to just like actually physically do in that amount of time, seeing it for the first time. And so like that was not a great experience. Overall, that was not my favorite escape segment, which is disappointing because it had like a train theme and like a dance club theme and like things that I think are fun. And we did not stick the landing, unfortunately. But like, yeah, other than that, like we pretty much like escaped that room, and then we talked to everybody's favorite crime scene investigator, whose name I can't be bothered to remember. And we had just an absolutely stellar conversation with him. And then someone chat actually reminded me that like I had thought that we saved immediately after that, but technically we did start the next scene, which was like we're back at our office in the secret police force known as Abyss, about to interrogate our coworker Hina, who's like clearly the villain of the piece, or at the very least is like somehow in at least like tangential alignment with them. We did, as someone also sort of pointed out in discussion in chat, we did get like a pretty strong clue that the person who's been addressing us during the escape games and like claiming to be a reptilian alien and like judging the people of Earth to see if they're worthy and all that stuff, observed like Aiba taking like physical form to try and save the day, and said something like, "Now you got me jealous," which I think we've all sort of interpreted to mean like that is probably an AI who does not have a weird teddy bear body with a helicopter propeller on it. So that like starts to answer some of our questions. So it's possible that like Hina programmed the AI or something along those lines is sort of what I'm driving at. And we beat up mooks with guns so we could bring in Hina for questioning. Didn't we? Wasn't all the... Oh no, that's right. We did beat... That's right. Wow, I forgot. I blacked that out because I got really annoyed with that too. There was like a single QuickTime event after like a 2.5 minute cutscene, and even though like it showed like 2 down arrows on the control sticks, it wanted you to like press it in. So like I made like a minor input error and then had to watch like 2.5 minutes of cutscene again. I was like, now I know you didn't test this. I know you didn't. Let me catch up with chat. I think I saw Neko show up in there as well. Do like that Date being an audio file was actually relevant. I mean, was it? Was it really relevant? I mean, like, he had to do the turntable puzzle, but I don't know if that, like, really required knowledge of music or production or whatever. Anyway, great. Let's play some game. Let's do some interrogation. Presumably, there's gonna be a Somnium at the end of this, which may or may not be good. Thanks for joining us. Here's the game.
Isn't here. Both of them are fake.
Iris really was kidnapped.
Back then, that was Hina? She's not on any of the displays. That reptilian is gone too. Don't worry, I'll save her. It's about time you explained yourself. Don't you think?
Did anyone notice anything really peculiar there? Because something really strikes me about that selection of like recap scenes. Specifically, oh, Zachary, you're gonna go see a movie. I hope you enjoy it. Are you also going to see Downton Abbey: The Final Reckoning? But yeah, so like among those like recap clips, that first one really stands out to me. How is it that like after a whole other escape room occurred, we're getting like a recap of Boma saying that like all the like duplicate Tessas that were like hanging from rocket ships in the like museum escape were fakes? It feels like that's driving at something that we haven't discussed yet, which is super weird. I gotta see the Demon Slayer Infinity Castle movie. That's cool. I hope you enjoy that. Oh, cool. I actually have like a hype train mode I don't have yet. Did they do new ones or something? Thanks for the hype train. Thank you for the 10 gift subs, Demolition, during that recap segment. And also gifting a sub to Neko, which that I think I missed entirely. Thank you for that. Thanks for the hype train. Thanks for this. What is this, a concerned cat? Seems concerned. So Vasco, how did you originally come upon this game? I mean, Somnium Files, the original one, I heard about because I was a big fan of Kotaro Uchikoshi, who made the Zero Escape games, which are like my favorite, which are also very heavily themed around escape room puzzles. I was actually recently trying to remember where I first heard that this was happening. I think it might be that like I follow Operation Bluebird on Facebook still. They're like a fan page that like helped get Zero Time Dilemma made before we knew that it was going to be Zero Time Dilemma, and they report on like Uchikoshi stuff all the time. But like, I mean, I've sort of known about Somnium Files. I think I saw some trailer circulating at some point. I don't know if I like saw the trailer first or heard about the game. But here's Hina. She's dressed like a Power Rangers villain because she learned from Pewter, who is a Power Rangers villain. Anything like, are there like stickers in here or something? I don't really know what the stickers do. Oh wait, I've seen enough American procedural TV shows. If I turn off the camera, then I can be violent, right? Okay. I feel like it's important to set a common ground rule, a common understanding for us to proceed from. So I'm going to ask like a really basic question to begin with. Are you an alien?
Huh? What kind of question is that?
Look at your weird clothes and the cables growing from your head. You're clearly an alien. The plan to capture mankind in VR and eventually rule over humanity? You're the mastermind behind the New World Order, aren't you?
Date, are you okay?
That's never been true. You can always presume no on that one.
Even if I was an alien, I wouldn't kidnap Iris or do anything mean to her.
I didn't even ask that question yet.
I see. That's a relief.
Why did you even ask that?
It was important. We all understand
I
that.
catch her off guard. Make her slip up and reveal something.
You didn't even ask a leading question.
Huh.
I suppose so. Well, now I'll ask a question. You said you didn't kidnap Iris, but did you kidnap Iris? Guilty person says what?
No, that wasn't me. I mean, I was with you the whole time, wasn't I?
But not when Iris got separated.
I admit I don't have an alibi for that. But I'm not the one behind what happened to Iris.
I have to say, I hadn't noticed this before, but Hina has a pocket protector on, like, her upper left arm, which is wild. I mean, is it still a pocket protector? I guess. I don't know.
Please, believe me.
That's a really compelling argument when you're suspected of crimes. Did you develop the escape game?
Of course not. Why would you think that?
Even her suspicious expression is suspicious.
I mean, you're pretty crazy about them, aren't you? When we went to the amusement park, you were playing the game the whole time.
That's totally different. I just love escape games, that's all. I don't want to make them or anything.
Makes sense. I like grabbing drinks and having a bit of fun, but I wouldn't want to run a joint myself. Wait, was that even related?
How would I know?
Look. Okay. We're interrogating her. What's in the pod?
I don't know.
So you wouldn't mind if we took it and dumped it into the ocean?
Wait!
Oh, so you would mind.
What an unbelievably stupid and childish way to determine that. King Solomon himself would be jealous.
You do that, and you're a murderer.
Murderer?
I mean, I feel like we would have to know that there's a person in there for it to be considered murder, right? Like, genuinely, if we just, like, dumped a random pod in the ocean and a person was inside that pod, like, that feels like that's, like, manslaughter or something, right? Yeah, I feel like we should just, like, spontaneously continue asking if she's an alien until she, like, admits it. Anything else around the room? I did actually look around and didn't see anything, like, actually worth looking at.
Date, about what she just said.
Yeah, she knows who's in that pod.
Yeah, I mean, that sort of goes without saying, no? What were you doing at the shrine?
You were using a PC instead of your phone. Nothing to say, huh? Aiba, you have the access logs?
I mean, he's not wrong. That is suspicious. It's weird to like call that out as like the singular noteworthy thing about that situation.
Unfortunately, I could only follow it to the nearest base station.
I see.
But there is something I realized.
That being?
This tactic is familiar. It is the same strategy used by Sakura, the one behind the escape game.
Well then.
I mean, you say that like it's all that surprising, but isn't it like a relatively basic high-level hacker move to just sort of like reroute your IP address like many times? That's basically what we're talking about, I think. Sync with the pod. Objection? Don't.
Why not?
Because,
Well, if you're not gonna give us anything...
just sync with me instead.
What?
Your turn comes later.
Why?
Because I don't think you have the answers I want right now. Aiba, we're going to the sync room.
I already acquired boss's permission.
Saw this coming, did you?
Only as a possibility.
The pod is where we'll find all our answers.
But if Hina's suspected of crimes, I mean, I guess now we're considering like Pewter absolved of his guilt, so he'll just run the operation, but boy, am I still mad about that.
Indeed.
And you're coming too.
Okay.
Kind of thought there'd be more hoopla getting back to the sink, but here we are.
On here?
Sure.
Oh, hang on, it's trivia time. Date and I are aware of a certain possibility. There is something strange about some of the things that happened so far, and we have yet to unravel it. What a useless series of words strung together. First of all, that pod definitely contains a human. Uh-huh. That is clear just from Hina's reaction alone. Okay, again, not exactly Columbo on this one. She was like, if you drop the pod in the ocean, you'll kill a human being. So, like, don't act all smug about figuring out that that's... She basically just said that to your face. The question now is who it is. I imagine that those bright enough already see the truth behind what we find so strange. I do not know what the person within the pod is thinking, but I am certain they will tie everything together. Much like that one rug that tied the room together. I'm not sure what specific thing they think is strange. Sometimes this game will say, like, something is strange, and it's something I think is, like, mildly interesting, but not, like, a huge critical thing. And sometimes it's, like, the complete opposite, so, like, I really don't know. You know what? Let's talk about Mizuki's plan.
The escape game itself was Renju's idea. Mizuki put it into action.
Yeah, I heard as much. Does that mean that Mizuki's involved in Iris's kidnapping?
Not exactly, no. She was setting the whole thing up just as a publicity stunt for Iris, for ASET. But then Iris
Do you mean
disappeared,
Tessa?
which wasn't part of her plan at all.
Ah, so she was used.
Exactly.
Like, does Japan not have laws about being accessories to crime? Is that not like a thing?
I synced with this pod earlier.
Thanks to that, I should be able to get Pewter's charges dropped.
Yeah, can I get you arrested
But it
instead?
turns out that Pewter's pod isn't the only one.
Another pod?
How can you be surprised about it? We asked you for permission to sync to it. It's in the other room right now. You could see it from where you're standing. It's right over your shoulder, is it not?
Yeah. And Hina's involved.
You think she had something to do with all this?
How are you just finding this out? You should have this information before you enter this room with us, especially if you gave us permission to do the sync.
Then why not sync with her?
She doesn't have the answers I'm looking for.
Huh? What do you mean?
Why not sync with
The
him?
person sleeping inside the pod should know everything.
Who's in there anyway?
We don't know yet.
What? Why would you sync with someone you don't even know?
We've done it before.
It's dangerous.
I'd sync with them because I don't know them.
Do you hear yourself? I'm not granting permission for this.
I was under the impression that you already did.
That's funny, considering you ordered me to do the exact same thing earlier.
Are you sure you can do this?
Nah.
Won't know until I try. Besides, it's clear that the person sleeping in there holds the key to this case.
Well, then maybe we should just open the pod and take that key. Seems a lot easier to me.
Iris disappeared from the escape game. We have no traces to follow.
The abandoned subway station, right?
Yeah, apparently it was connected to some amusement park. And the escape game was being held in a part of it someone modified.
But Iris was nowhere to be found?
We think she was taken away out of a different exit. We've already started an investigation to find out where they went.
I hope it goes well, but...
It's pretty unlikely.
And you think you'll get answers from whoever's in that pod?
Basically, yeah.
The key that tells us Iris's location and the purpose of the escape game.
I'm gonna be really mad if it's me in there. Just kidding. What if it's Iris, though? What if it's like the 9th time we've synced with Iris in 3 games?
All in that pod.
Then it's person of interest J.
Jay?
The last one was I, so this one is J. I hope it means J for what joins this all together.
Not.
I hope
Nope.
it doesn't mean J for jail.
I get you. Next, J.
Boss, it's time.
I guess so. But with Hina in the state she is, she can't operate the sync.
Then why is she here at all?
You don't have any other operators?
Of course we do. It's literally Pewter.
I know just the one for the job.
Hina pretty obviously doesn't know where Iris is. Yeah, I think that's a fair conclusion to draw. I mean, if she's being at all honest with us, I think she would tell us if she knew, and she doesn't. Like, my impression is that she somehow, like, got the ball rolling on what became the Third Eye game, but, like, isn't actually actively, like, masterminding it or maintaining / operating it.
Good.
Your timing is just perfect, really.
Like, this isn't... This can't be a surprise to anyone.
Pewter?
And before you ask, yes, I did get permission.
From, like, who... Oh, who cares?
Tate, good to be working with you again.
Yeah, let's do this.
It bothers me, like...
Anyway,
Oh. Maybe I'm crazy. Like, there are multiple characters who sound different to me between the 3 games. And, like, in some cases, it's clear to me it's, like, the same voice actor, but, like, it doesn't sound... Like, Pewter, I think, is the same voice actor, and, like, some of his lines just, like, don't sound anything like Pewter in the original game at all. And some of them sound a little off. Very few of them sound, like, completely the same to me.
sync with it. You ready?
Yeah, all good to go.
It's a really weird conceit that we're visiting multiple times, the, like, person locked in a box to sync with. Cat suggests that boss underwent the greatest trial for the entire Abyss Department's history. She had to go to HR to bring Peter back on payroll. I don't think it's possible that HR exists. I think it's a myth.
It's been a while, so I'll say it again. The maximum amount of time you can spend in Somnium is 6 minutes.
What, really? I have no idea.
Shut up.
If you stay any longer, your synced mind will...
You just picture an egg. It'll be bad.
Don't worry, I'll be back in 6.
We're counting on you.
I know.
Let's begin.
Payroll exists, but not HR. Yeah, I think that's very possible.
Picture an egg.
I don't love how just like loose those cables dangle. It seems like something could like snag or just go extremely wrong. Return to the subconscious now. Well, this is a weird start.
Mounted Yam Game!
Picture an egg.
Any guesses, anyone? Any idea what's happening right now?
Yay!
Oh my gosh!
I bet that was really funny in Japanese. That's all I got.
What is blocky in all times and places?
The Minecraft guy we haven't met yet?
Firm tofu!
Soft tofu.
Freeze-dried tofu!
Fermented tofu.
Almond tofu!
Jimami tofu.
Oboro tofu!
Beep! Wrong. Oboro tofu is round.
Right. I let myself be limited by the tofu.
Oh man, this game is once again reducing my
Talking way
IQ.
too long, and none of
You
it
could have
sounds
stopped
true at
after
all.
almond tofu.
Mapo tofu.
That is a tofu dish. Shall we get started then?
Yeah, why don't we do that? Why don't we just play the game while we're at it?
Somnium scan. Activate.
Bzzt. There's a lot of like floating psychedelic numbers. Feels like that's a bad fit. Okay, so that's just door. Pod. Gate. Tunnel.
There are 4 mental locks. I must say, numbers have a very strong presence here.
It could be a math teacher, an accountant, or some older gentleman who keeps losing at the races.
It's a really specific third option.
Everyone everywhere uses numbers. This is not that noteworthy.
Well, now just out of spite, I don't want to use numbers anymore.
What about that above your head? Is that not noteworthy?
Huh?
What is this?
Oh my god.
Says 0 points.
Is this one of those stupid app games where you have to like defeat something with like points? You have to like click the right order of like goblins or something to get to the end?
Why would you attach a score to me? And why am I 0?
And this says +1 points.
This is vexing. Is that
I've
a
been saying that a
smartwatch?
lot lately.
Did it belong to person of interest J? Aiba, pick it up and take a look.
Three? I think this is 3.
Very well.
I got a thing.
Please, reach. Get through. A voice.
The number above your head changed to 1.
I suppose I received the +1?
I mean, that's fair. It just sounds really
This
odd.
system reminds me of those dull phone game ads.
Yeah, it's exactly what I'm talking about. It's intentional.
Oh, those. Sometimes I get these ViewCube ads and they show apps that don't even exist.
Yeah, it's exactly the thing I'm talking about.
What?
I got a watch. You never want to have a watch on in an Uchikoshi game, let me tell you that. Straight up. It'll probably kill you.
It latched on by itself and does not seem like it can be removed.
But like maybe if your heart stopped or something.
Maybe it comes off after death? This could be the start of a death game.
It's intentional!
Oh, how delightful. Do not say such ominous things.
Please, reach. Get through.
I don't know who owned that smartwatch, but they seem to have a backlog of things they want to say.
More importantly, about these surroundings. Am I locked in a train?
We got escape games here too.
There is a pod over there.
I'd like to examine it, but
We must get out of this train first.
yeah, there's a bunch of numbers in there too. Let's look into them and search for a way out.
I suppose we have to look into the meaning behind these numbers.
I'm thinking that reds are increases. We'll probably find a number later that decreases. And then my instinct says that the green is like a threshold. So like you have to have more than 10 to get out of the door.
All right, let's do this, Aiba.
Roger that.
The darkness of this case, encased within a pod, the plans and schemes of a mysterious person. Find the key to solving it all. Have a seat.
That day, I was sitting on the seat as the moving train lightly shook me. Before me, there was a fellow passenger who seemed to be in a bad mood.
This voice sounds familiar, but I don't think as an established character from Somnium Files. It's making me wonder if the person is like, what's her face, the coma woman from the hospital or whatever. You sure we don't have to make 9? I mean, we can make 9. We're about to make 9, but I think we need more than 10. I see what you're doing, but inexplicably, the answer isn't 9 3 times in a row.
Well, Date?
Guess we gotta play along.
I was engaging with chat. So I don't remember what it said to do. Yeah, my front runner guess is coma person. Actually, I don't think there's a time penalty to just click it again, right?
That day, I was sitting on the seat as the moving before
okay.
me, there was a fellow
So it's sit down, and it's a bad number. Nega timing.
Nothing seems to be happening.
Well, you were already sitting there before.
This person enjoyed blank, and that simplicity had a therapeutic effect on her.
That day, I was before me.
It's odd, just because, like, the prompt doesn't seem to suggest that we should be the one to, like, it seems focused on the experience of the person who's talking, and she talks about sitting and someone approaches her. It doesn't give me the impression that we should be trying to recreate the other part of the experience.
I quickly stood up and grabbed the strap, offering my seat to the passenger.
That's weird. That does not follow logically without further prompting.
I wanted to be someone I wouldn't be ashamed of, but I knew I was just being selfish. After all, I was only doing it for her.
The other person is Hina, presumably.
The number above my head increased again.
I see.
To blank and blank, I'd promised myself that blank.
Oh?
That day on the train, I received a call.
the voice ends just like that.
There's an incoming call, though.
What should we do?
I mean, I feel like we're in the classic like bad Somnium situation where like the reasoning behind whatever choice I would make will only make sense in hindsight. Where like before it felt to me that like it said that I was sitting and a thing happened. I'm like, so I should sit and then I'll see the thing happen. Like I'll be recreating the memory. And it's like, no, that's not how it works. Now they're like, well, my friend gave me a call, and I'll be like, well, I'll pick answer, and I'll be like, but my friend and I were fighting, so I didn't want to pick up, or something stupid. Like, ×3 is, like, a pretty bad, like, negative modifier, which, like, kind of implies that it will be the correct answer? I don't know.
Huh?
What is it?
I am pressing answer, but nothing is happening.
Are you giving it enough presses?
Enough presses? What do you mean?
You're not pressing it enough times. Try doing it 100 times. Put your back into it.
Beep, 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 beep.
Guess we should be avoiding the negative times. Yeah, it's like unintuitive because like normally like there's some good associated with them, but like after 2, like that's my conclusion as well. But like again, like what actual like reasonable logic information can I use to derive that without the lived experience that like getting a negative timey twice is bad? Like, you understand what I mean?
Did it work?
Do you really think the press count is what matters?
Well, maybe you're not supposed to answer it.
Should I try swiping 1,000 times next?
Don't. You'll set the phone on fire.
The person enjoyed killing time with casual little games. Blank and that simplicity had a therapeutic effect on her. I'm hoping that blank is not the name of a super hard drug.
That day, on the trip looking at this.
What should we do?
Here's a question. Oh, that's right. It's been long enough since I've really dealt with these. I forgot you couldn't, like, apply anything. Like, it takes up your timey slot to have the negative one. So, the correct answer is to try the bad thing again. Because otherwise we, like, lose additional time, which is as dumb as it sounds.
What?
I am.
You know,
Beep, 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 beep.
Worth it, though. Probably worth losing the
well,
game.
Should I?
don't.
That.
But like this, like truly, this is like classic bad Somnium design. This comes up like a lot in especially like the first one. The second one's like more uneven, where like a bunch of them are like fine with like some really annoying parts, and some of them are just like decent. But the Somniums have always been kind of an issue, if we're being honest with ourselves. I'm gonna be super mad.
Your call right now. Please leave your name and message after the beep.
I'm gonna be like super mad if we get like later in this and they like prompt me with like more negatimies and then like I follow the same logic and they're like, no, idiot, now it's different. But we never set an expectation as to why that would be.
Looks like they sent a missed call message.
If only we could hear the other person. It'd be a good clue. I guess that's the response.
I obviously didn't respond. I couldn't be the type of person who talks on the phone while on the train. I couldn't break me, this image of me that she had.
I suppose this is another thing that will increase the number above me.
To blank and walk a righteous path, I promised myself that blank. That one's definitely a hard drug. $72 is big enough.
It is open!
I guess it's because the number above your head is higher than the doors?
Most likely. The up might represent that kind of barrier.
That's a pain. But at least you can get out now.
Oh, there you are! Over here!
Sorry for the wait.
Was that Hina?
It was.
Time to open the
Is person of
pod.
interest Jay has ties to her?
That is highly likely.
What?
That's problematic.
It's Akemi the reptilian. Hey! What are you doing? She's gone.
Well, I was gonna say, it seemed like the whole next mental lock was just going to resolve itself immediately. The annoying voice was Hina. I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know. It feels very clear that, like, Hina is involved with this, even though we're not synced with Hina. And I think the idea is that, like, even though the voice actress is doing another voice, given, like, the clue that the game prompted us with before, that, like, Hina responded specifically to the moment she, like, heard the reptilian voice the first time, that, like, the voice is shocking because it's, like, her friend, and her friend is Coma Girl and all that. Yeah, I'm a little unclear as to exactly what that means. If the person, if it's like a subconscious self-defense mechanism of the person in the pod, or if, like, somehow, like, the reptilian lady's, like, actually here. I think it's more likely the former, but I could see it being the latter. I don't think we messed around, like, a ton with that kind of concept.
The number above the pod is way higher now.
Wonder if the voice from the phone is also a Akemi. That's what I'm saying, is like I think it's the same actress. I don't know if it's supposed to be the same person, which is another I think you should leave, Joe. You should try it. The show is sometimes really good and sometimes it's not.
Did it go up because she hit it with a bat?
I think that's a safe
Our
bet.
little Aiba worked so hard just to get a 10, though.
Our little Aiba. Do not talk about me like I'm a dog.
Right. You're a shrimp.
Date, we're detecting an intrusion in Somnium.
Oh, that's interesting.
What? Is that even possible?
Speaking of, I think you should leave. Have you seen the movie Friendship? I sure have. It is a film. Seeing it once, my impression is, like, it has a few parts I really like, and is largely a weird, uncomfortable movie to watch. Although I feel like I felt similarly about I Think You Should Leave when I first saw it.
It shouldn't be. This is highly irregular.
I feel like you can't say highly irregular without, like, shaking your head in a jowly fashion. This is highly irregular.
Who is doing this?
If it's an intrusion, is it that lizard girl?
No, he's obviously the lizard girl. Idiots. Team idiots.
I don't know. The system should not allow this to happen at all. I'll look into it on my side, but please be careful in there.
What would even count as being careful in this case?
Do not worry. It just means we should focus on taking care of the problems before us.
Sounds to me like we're not changing our approach at all. Good game.
I guess the next barrier is this pod and its huge number?
Most likely. I suppose we have to do as before and somehow increase the number above my head.
Hey, Sarah, you got your wish. We have to get 999 after all.
Want to try getting clobbered with a bat?
No.
That's just how much of a pain this person of interest is. Don't take it out on me.
Oh, well, that feels like a
Seems that
trap.
A number of numbers appeared.
All right, I guess we're back to raising you.
An odd way to put it.
Introducing our new sim game, iRaiser. It's gonna sell 500 million copies. Business!
Why did you just sound... Why business? Why business? Is that what we do now?
Such nonsense.
The door.
It's fine. I wasn't going to take that train. It's probably going to the hippocampus or something.
1700?
The train left.
As they say, do not chase the one who leaves. No going back.
Indeed. For now, let us focus on the pod.
Do they not think it's weird that there's even like a number to enter the train? Like, that's unexpected. This person has a personality predisposed to liking blank. Their blank were expressed as blank.
Date, there are 5 minutes left. Proceed with caution.
This is a vital sign monitor. A medical device that measures a patient's breathing, pulse, and the like.
So, something you might use on a human being in a coma?
They are sometimes called bedside monitors too, but why is it here?
And why is it sideways?
When I was at the hospital, Hina visited me basically every day.
Let's spend a half to get half. Let's place ear. I don't exactly know what that means.
The monitor is still dark, but I hear some kind of sound.
Someone's checking out their groceries.
That day, I woke to the sound of Hina accidentally knocking over some machine.
I died.
Hina must have panicked and gotten caught in some cables or something. The attacker was already arrested, and it turned out he had no personal grudge against Hina.
I think I did these out of order, because I feel like I'm missing some really important context to that seeming like a sensible thing to say.
I was able to protect Hina, but was this really for the best?
Is the speaker blind?
What do you mean?
They've never mentioned anything they saw.
But it seemed that this person could see when leaving the train and meeting Hina.
I mean, it's clearly implied that there was like an assault on this person that got them in the hospital, so they could have lost their sight as a result of that.
Oh, right.
True, we do need both numbers to get through the gate, which is a little interesting.
The number increased.
I guess that means we're choosing the right options?
Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat.
I see.
What is that about?
She just left without doing anything. What's going on?
Pillar.
A platform pillar?
It was so sudden.
Sarah, that's really savage. The camera was like, I see. And Sarah says, no, you don't. You're blind. Lol, get him.
That day, my body moved faster than my thoughts.
I guess it's about the action.
Well, having done this out of order, I think tackle's a pretty safe bet, huh? Spend 11 on that.
Looks like that's the wrong move.
What was so wrong with it?
The tackling part, obviously.
I'm not sure what is actually more annoying to me in the concept of the Somniums at large. The fact that they so deliberately refuse to follow a logic that you could apply without having already been through the Somnium, or the fact that they go so far out of their way to act condescending when you do something that appears to follow the logic that they presented already.
You told me to do it!
This person enjoyed killing time with casual little games. Higher numbers were equal to victory. And that simplicity had a therapeutic effect.
So that day,
I guess.
Let's do. There's an implied relationship. I guess it could be embrace. That could still seem like sort of a like a hasty kind of thing, depending on your perspective.
Fall into my arms.
It was
I
supposed
love
to be a happy
Pillar.
day. But then, at the very end, a storm came crashing down. He raised a metal bat, clearly aiming at Hina.
And you hugged him into submission? I'm really feeling like Tackle still makes more sense here.
I didn't even think about myself. I desperately leaped to shield her. I was able to protect her.
So this person protected Hina from a violent attacker.
What happened after that?
I'm not sure, but I doubt anyone can come out of this just fine. The number grew by a lot.
Indeed. Let us keep this up.
Think the hug is Hina. No, like I understand. Hey, listen though. If the hey, you all who are trying to gaslight me alongside the game, you are aware that if like a person has violent intent and has a weapon, and you just sort of like get in their way and then you get hit with a bat, they still have the bat and can keep doing the violence. You stop the attacker by stopping the attacker, not by accepting damage. You can like protect a hit, but if you don't neutralize the attack, then more attack can just happen. Alright, key number 3, to protect those dear to me and walk a righteous path, I'd promised myself I would live an honest life. Don't really know what that means. Somewhere around here is clearly a big giant eye I can't be bothered to find. Open for 3 points.
I got the meds you'll need.
Thank you.
I know how to use these things, but not if you messed with it.
The life support device is untouched.
In that case, leave the treatment to me.
Thank you very much. It's my turn to save you. I'll do anything to make you wake up. Please, wait just a bit longer. Sakura.
Oh no, we're all shocked that it's Sakura for some reason.
Sakura?
I see.
It's all Snow White in there.
This person is Sakura.
Oh, buddy. Save me some time with this in a way that I won't explain until later.
Sakura Asahi.
Picturing it.
Is it Servine? That's basically what I'm thinking, yeah. That's Servine, it's gotta be! I've watched that stupid clip like 6 times this week. It's so funny. It's really, really, really dumb. Show him what's what, Servine. Servine! Servine? Who's that Pokemon? It's Servine! Servine! That's Servine. It's gotta be. Look into Akami's true identity. Boy, we're gonna cover a lot of ground really quickly. I feel like this is a change from Nirvana Initiative, isn't it? I feel like the targets weren't super explicit like this. I feel like they were vague so that like you didn't know what like the end goal of the next section was gonna be, because why would you? You're not a fortune teller. Kat says, so Hina was responsible for arranging Sakura's disappearance from the hospital. Yeah, that's a good observation. It's still kind of weird that, like, that was, like, a thing to do at all. Like, I just don't get why it was, like, necessary to remove her from the hospital. Especially, like, the circumstances made it sound like we went off grid and did something shady with, like, the medical pod. But, like, why wouldn't we just leave them with doctors? I don't know.
The one who disappeared 6 years ago.
Yes, she is Hina's friend. It must be her.
Oh, so they were friends.
I think they were roommates, bro. I think they were roommates.
But why is she?
Based on what we have so far, Sakura Asahi saved Hina from an attacker and got hurt in the process. That put her in a condition that left her unable to see or talk.
Yes, I heard she was in a coma.
Am I crazy, or does Pewter seem like he's shouting? I mean, he's like, I guess he's just whispering at max volume, but it's It's weird, right?
If she were at least minimally conscious, she might have been able to acknowledge her surroundings and think.
What kind of observation is that? If she were conscious, maybe she could have contributed to the conversation. Thanks, Aiba. And if she hadn't lost her sight, she could, like, see, I guess. But, like, I don't know what that has to do with the price of tea in China.
She disappeared because Hina moved her to the abandoned station. It's likely that she and an accomplice put her into the pod, and she's been like that ever since.
Speaking of the accomplice, his voice print matched that of
Yeah,
a Kamakura member.
That's what I thought we were going for, but, like, I'm fairly certain that that secondary Yakuza guy is just straight up a different voice actor than he was before. So, like, I couldn't actually, like, place him since he's had, like, 2 lines of dialogue in this game with the new voice. But, like, that's what I figured we were doing, because that guy... We made a big point of, like, saying that that guy was, like, a Yakuza doctor, which I don't think had ever been true before. And he also had, like, the pamphlet about the healing pod or whatever. So, like, I figured that's what we were going for.
The unlicensed doctor.
So we now know that person of interest J is Sakura Asahi.
But this will not help us solve the case.
Aiba, it's the reptilian. Watch out!
Off to horny jail. Bonk.
Hey, what's happening?
It seems the pod was destroyed.
She always had that, like, enormous tail. I feel like we rarely see her from a side or back angle where we would see
The
it.
shock appears to have knocked out the surrounding lights.
I'm not sure how that physics works, but okay.
Who is she anyway? Pewter!
Sorry, I'm still looking into it.
Date, if we let Akemi keep messing with this world as she pleases,
Continuing this Somnium would be the least of our worries.
it feels like we might have to start by unraveling her identity.
I won't allow it.
I'll use the knife. That'll solve this problem. In which it says horny jailed see Date get a life sentence. It's probably true.
What?
You're not the only one who's special.
Aiba, the reptilian and the smartwatch's voices.
I already compared the voice prints. Your hunch was right. They are the same.
The lizard lady and Sakura Asahi are the same person.
But even if she is partially conscious, she should not be able to move on her own.
Then how could she manage to host an escape game? Can someone influence the real world with only their mind?
What if we're all ending the world with our mind?
Maybe it could be done if you repurpose the sync tech.
Hina's skills and knowledge could manage that to an extent.
We're not getting anywhere by guessing. Looks like we follow the reptilian.
Agreed. But where did Akemi hide?
But if we're now working under the assumption that Sakura has, like, continued to be in a coma this whole time, there's definitely a gap. I mean, maybe it's the case that Hina developed an AI based on Sakura out of, like, grief or weird penance or something. But, like, how is it that she was surprised that it had Sakura's voice? Like, there's some middle question mark still. Easter is coming.
Perhaps she will appear again when we try to change the number above?
Yeah, let's try that.
The blank was enough to blank and render me unable to suppress my feelings. That's so strange. The blank was? Wonder if that'll make sense when that's a real sentence. It says, I think she was surprised to see her hear Akemi. I mean, she saw the reptilian, which I don't think actually has characteristics of Sakura's appearance. I get that the voice is the same, but, like, the question is, if she didn't give it the voice, how did it get it? Like, I kind of, like, before this started, I assumed that, like, Sakura, like, had some hand in creating the AI. But if she's been in a coma, like, basically the whole time that she's known Hina, more or less, as it's kind of implied, I'm a little unclear about that. But, like, if that's the case, then, like, either Hina made the AI and like somehow a question mark happened and it like gained sentience with Sakura's voice, or someone else did it, but then like who and why? More thinking that Hina didn't expect to hear Akemi in this situation, but that doesn't change. My question is, she knows what Sakura sounds like. She wasn't surprised by the reptilian existing in a physical form. So the question mark is the middle of how did it get the voice in. The specific thing that makes it weird is the connective tissue is that Hina knew Sakura. And so naturally, I think you would assume that her familiarity with Sakura gets Sakura's voice into the AI. But the fact that she's surprised the AI has the voice means that someone else had to do it. My implied question is, who and why? Because, like, the obvious answer is Hina, but it's strongly implied that it's not Hina. But then we don't know any other characters that, like, I guess the mob doctor, but that's insane. Like, that doesn't seem to make any sense. I don't feel like I want times -1. Oh no, it wants below 99. I guess I do want that idiot thing.
It is not opening.
It says down, so maybe we're supposed to lower it below that?
Lower it?
Less than 4 minutes to go.
You've
got this.
Egg-shaped lanterns?
There's so many of them.
The dark surroundings make their light very appealing.
The patterns are so complex. What are they depicting, though? Maybe figuring it out will lead us to Tokugawa's buried treasure?
Very true, very true.
The way they are displayed makes them look like art pieces.
They look like a normal amount of hand eggs to me.
Normal what now?
You hold your tongue.
That day, I was so engrossed in talking with Hina that by the time we went home, it was already dark. I clearly remember the beauty of the colorful lanterns that were hanging on the shop windows along the way. Hina was telling me to hurry up, but I found myself just staring at them.
You mean the lanterns, right? You mean the lanterns, right? Make egg toast. Pick one and examine. About living standards. Gang? Gang what? Yeah, I mean, we still know very little about Sakura, but she kind of just seems like a gal, like just like a lady. She doesn't seem like a supervillain, which again is driving my questions of like, how did we end up making an evil alien lizard AI that has her voice? Like, to me, the two obvious answers would be that like she started that project and like Hina finished it, or like Hina did it on her behalf out of vengeance. Or, you know, like before we started this, just sort of like Hina worked on the technology and Sakura repurposed it, but that doesn't really seem to be the case. So like, I'm still unclear as to like how we ended up at like an evil endpoint. Yeah, like my instinct is examine, but like the fact that about living standards is so like preposterous kind of has me thinking that's something. How about 47 is a lot of seconds. I'm going to use equals 5 and pick one and examine.
Looking at it up close, the patterns are very detailed and pretty.
Hina is something of a klutz, so a day with her feels long and tiring.
Harsh?
She might have felt guilty about that, because on the way back, she asked to stop by a shop that I liked. I still remember it so clearly, the many egg lanterns with various cute patterns on them, though I didn't end up buying any. I felt like hours slipped away while I was just staring at them, but Hina stayed with me the whole time. She made me feel like I wanted to protect her no matter what.
It's a slightly weird way of putting that normal concept.
I couldn't let her be hurt because of me.
It's not raw egg sauce, but you could make egg toast. You could. Surprisingly few people are familiar with my recipe for raw egg sauce. That might be because the people who try it die.
This is from before she was attacked.
Indeed.
That's why it's a -1? Do I have that right? We go back in time for negative numbers?
So instead of going into the negative, it just becomes 0.
Alright, that's a scam.
No sign of the reptilian.
The number dropped, so she probably has no reason to show up.
But we should be able to open the fence now.
Indeed.
She'll probably show up if we just keep doing stuff.
That's much funnier to me than it should be. She'll probably show up if we just keep doing stuff. I don't know. Try pressing it more times. Press it like 100 times.
It is open.
Looks like we can get down to the tracks from there. But wait, it's her.
So she came to us on her own. Perfect.
Look, above her head.
Hey, she has a number over her just like me.
The rules apply to her too. That means we should be able to counter her.
I mean, in a very abstract sort of theoretical way, maybe.
But we're gonna need a higher number.
Roger that. Let's do this.
Let's get this done.
Picture an egg.
Egg slime. Picture an egg. I don't like the look of this. Looks like we're gonna have to race? This person has a personality predisposed to liking mathematics. Their blank were expressed as numbers. Is that extremely long blank the word feelings? Just gonna squeeze right past you. Just gonna ease on by you. Just gonna sneak on. Electronic
These seem
parts.
like electronic components.
Hina is a stereotypical STEM girl. She always loved disassembling and examining whatever was around her.
Even her own hair. Hey crew, Cabadon? Does that mean anything to you? Observe, describe. Describe gives you a -41 timey? Yes, actually it does. Go on, Cat, I'm listening. Is Cabadon son of Gowron? Is that something? Is that like a Klingon? Distant relative of Moog? These are all big numbers. Probably gonna need like... Observe gives you the best timing, which generally means that it's not what you want. Sort of a romantic thing. That's good enough for me, because that's kind of what I was looking for. Let's go with a third, I guess, because these are pretty big numbers.
What?
Just try it.
If you insist.
I love how this is. Hey, so I've talked a little bit about how like one of my least favorite Hallmark Christmas movies, being a fan of Hallmark Christmas movies, is one called 5-Star Christmas. This is what like the first 30 minutes of that movie are like. Is like I instruct the game to Cabadon as a verb, and they're like, "What? Just try it." Okay, like that. Like basically that's like 30 minutes of screen time. And that's why I hate that movie so much. It's like everyone's just like upset for a really long time without communicating why in any valuable way.
You are mine alone. I will not let anyone else have you.
I don't know the details, but when she was at my side, she was always working on her PC.
They were definitely roommates, by the way. If that wasn't already clear to you, they were roommates.
Talking to me all the while. But I couldn't reply to any of her words. Those days were so frustrating. But looking back on it, she was probably...
Hina was working on something. Was she tuning the life support system?
No, it would not need such frequent tuning.
What was she doing then? Hey, the number's up.
Hina, thank you.
The smartwatch.
Apparently, Hina bought a cake and celebrated my birthday.
Did someone say birthday?
I could no longer know what day of which month it was, but Hina was talking to me all the time. That's what I thought, at least. But she was talking to someone other than me.
Someone other than me? Who?
Someone who did the evil thing? The question mark person?
That means Hina has another accomplice.
Is it Pewter? How absolutely hysterical would it be if...
These memories are mine.
How funny would it be if we, like, go to all the trouble to, like, exonerate Pewter, and then he's just guilty of a different crime that he, like, then needs to go to, like, fake abyss jail for that crime?
Hina too.
They're all mine.
Uh-oh. That's a bad anime face.
I understand the rules of this world now. I can do anything!
Gretchen can go anywhere.
Your number won't ever go up if she keeps rampaging like this.
She said she understands the rules. Whatever we do, remember that our time is limited. Think carefully about what we should look into.
Right.
I'm just going for the biggest numbers because I assume biggest number is best number. The blank was a bat. Touching one was enough to blank and render me unable to suppress my feelings. Hang on, this is an unhinged... So, like, I was like, is this gonna make sense when we put the words in? And I can already tell you no. Because, like, why would you, like, conjugate this way? The blank was. And, like, it, like, a sentence ends in the middle of that? Going to 480?
It is floating sideways, but it seems to be a mask or face guard.
Oh, thank God. I, honest to God, thought that was going to be underwear.
I used to wear face masks all the time, but the mask I wore now was completely different. Yes, it was a life support mask. I still couldn't see her or speak to her, but every time Hina came, she talked to me a lot.
It was very boring. I don't like
The thing
her.
she said most was, "I'll save you, no matter what."
This is a rather unique design.
Is this the mask mentioned by the smartwatch?
Most likely.
I see. Aiba, I just had a thought.
I'm so sorry. You should take some medicine for
The
that.
watch said that she couldn't speak, but that Hina talked to her, right?
Yes.
In that case, what if we tried doing what the person actually wanted to do? Maybe that would cause some sort of reaction? Like, why not take on their role and try saying something?
That may work. Any idea on what to say?
My condolences. These are very big numbers. I don't know, my guess is thanks, right? Like, she clearly cares about Hina, and, like, I'm not getting, like, the strong vibe of, like, guilt from her part, despite all the time being spent on this or whatever, that, like, that might lead me to try and apologize instead. I'm not sure about speak of the past. I feel like she would more want to speak about the future or something. So, like, of these options, I think I like thank best. It's also 109 seconds, so, like, I'm gonna use an =2 and hope I don't regret that, but, like, that's just a really big number.
Thank you.
Hey, we got it.
While Hina continued visiting me, at some point she began talking less than before. I knew that it was because she was very busy with something.
It definitely wasn't crimes or anything.
I could only hear the sound of her keyboard. She was most likely programming. Back then, I thought she was just taking her mountains of work home with her.
Huge tracts of land.
I soon learned I could never tell what she was thinking.
Programming work at home, huh? Well, boss does tend to mistreat us.
I can hear you.
Actually, looking at Hina's work logs, there is no chance that she brought her work home.
Then what was she programming?
Some sort of evil reptilian alien?
I'll shatter these memories!
Hey, is your face okay? It's looking a little, really upsetting. I already got the number, idiot.
No reason for you to know more than you already do.
This is getting dangerous. How's your number looking?
It seems to have increased.
She's got her number 2. You're at a disadvantage if you don't surpass her.
Yes, I am aware.
Taking the 2 biggest numbers I could possibly have done in the same run, so I think I should be fine. I haven't actually done the math.
The smartwatch.
Apparently, whenever Hina wanted to focus on something, she also wanted to drink something carbonated. She did it in lectures, escape games, programming sessions, when moving pudding onto a plate, and so on. Hina always spilled carbonated drinks on herself, and whenever she felt down because of it, I was always there to cheer her up.
I'm so confused as to, like, how much time they spent together before the coma. Like every other one of these memories we encounter gives me a different impression of how much time that is.
She continued drinking them and spilling them even after I became immobile.
How are you able to, like, sense that? Oh, you're so right. That one's not pudding. It's a carbonated drink that she spilled on herself, again, after the coma.
She never felt down. That was because someone else was there to console her in my place.
Should a person like this really be around PCs?
I am concerned as well, but that is not what we should focus on now.
I don't know, it seems fine.
It's the in my place part, right?
Indeed.
The blank was a bat. Touching one was enough to exacerbate my repulsion and render me unable to suppress my feelings. And fame is a gun, etc. Well, that's a fun one. We've never had spend 7 seconds to beat before.
I won't let you go any further!
Okay, Starwolf.
I can do it now.
Yeah, there's gotta be some important info over there. Go beat that lizard up. Find out what Sakura doesn't want anyone to know.
Hina is mine. I and Sakura. Me!
Aiba, she's coming. Be careful.
My number is bigger. I'll win. It's like Dragon Ball Z rules. Nice work. Also, big yikes.
The lights are back.
Hey, cool. It's a different kind of horrible in here again.
Is that Sakura?
But the reptilian said that she is Sakura. What's going on?
Their voice prints do match, though.
Are they twins? Did she get cloned? If so, then why is one of them a lizard?
I think it's literally the plot of Mega Man Battle Network. Like, spoiler alert for Mega Man Battle Network, but it turns out that Mega Man was a human in that world who died at a young age, and so his dad, who was like basically like an AI genius in like a super internet advanced world, turned him into like an internet avatar instead of just letting him die. And then his like twin brother is like the human person who operates and interacts with the AI. But not like literally that. Probably just we tried to give her a sense of freedom while she was indefinitely in a coma and accidentally turned out to be a alien imposter making an escape game to threaten human lives or whatever. You know, tale as old as time.
We found Sakura. We can try asking her.
Oh, that's good. We need to get our number exactly equal to 666.
Right. Let's just go to her.
Roger that.
Unravel everything. This will explain everything. The symbol of my trauma was a bat. Wait, are we still talking about Akemi/Sakura, or did we accidentally start playing a Batman game? Did we do a Somnium with Batman?
3 minutes left, Date. Keep
Honestly,
at it.
that feels like a ton of time considering. I think I'm actually doing a really good job. Which I don't think I've ever said about any Somnium ever in my entire life. Now the problem is like, how do I even manipulate my number right now? Doesn't see. Oh, hang on.
Here too? How could anyone tell?
Great question. This comment before I turn it. I think Hina made an AI modeled after Sakura for personal reasons, and then the AI went rogue for some reason. Yeah, that's where I'm at too. It's still kind of... It still sounds... I mean, maybe the, like, other person Hina was talking to was, like, the AI, but then, like, again, if that was true, wouldn't she know that the AI has Sakura's voice? Like, there's still something weird about the fact that, like, it was... Like, the game has made it clear, although I don't think the scene did at the time, but the game made it clear that our takeaway is supposed to be that Hina reacted to the AI speaking. So it couldn't realistically be that even if she created the AI, that she also gave it Sakura's voice, because then it wouldn't surprise her, right? Are there, like, numbers on yonder track? Like, I'm not seeing anything.
Just who are you?
Totally normal person. Good night, Kat. Good luck with work tomorrow.
So, Amanoma, did you solve your riddle yet?
No. It was implied there was a third person in the scene. I feel like the last time we were here, I had the sense it was Boss. I guess because I thought it was a work outing? But I don't think we saw it was Sakura, did we?
I did. Don't underestimate my brain power.
Well, it's true that nobody's as good as you in the field. You're even dressed for work on your day off.
Hip and functional, wouldn't you say?
Hina, if you keep solving stuff too fast, you'll get banned again.
That's a crazy math. Like, I know that that's just supposed to be like a cool high-tech version of just like a PPE like face mask, but like it definitely makes her fit in with these two Power Rangers villains. Bonk. Oh, that made us equal to 666, and now we're gonna get bonked in the head and sent to horny jail.
Get out! These damn memories! I don't remember any of this.
Uh-huh. You got a little something on your back there. Up close, it's even weirder than I thought it would be.
They are mine.
mine alone!
But you said that you didn't remember them, so they're not yours, right?
I don't know what's going on, but this looks bad. What does this lizard chick want?
She seemed quite upset when she was swinging around that bat.
Hey, one of the keys told me that she shouldn't touch bats or she'll become like Bane or something. Or like the Joker. Or like evil Batman.
Computer, learn anything new?
I need just a bit longer. There are so many impossible log entries, even I can't keep up.
We have a hint right in front of us. Looks like we'll have to drag Sakura Asahi out again.
But how?
We should delve deeper into her memories. Based on what we saw so far, there's no doubt it has something to do with Hina. That'll probably attract the reptilians' attention too.
No need to worry about that. I will beat her next time.
I'm gonna assume that I should take the biggest number first, just in case we end up in a similar situation of what we did before, where we have to compare numbers in the end.
I bet. It looks like even she can't rewrite the very rules of this world. If we use that to our advantage, we can win this. The metal bat, that belongs to this world.
It is the weapon the attacker raised against Hina.
That metal bat has got to have some rules to it too.
And we would use them?
Yeah, our time's short. We gotta do this, Aiba.
I'm confused about this too. Angel, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the resub.
You can count on me.
Blank, blank. I blank. It didn't matter whether they were blank, blank, or blank. That has like the cadence of a Parappa the Rapper lyric. The goggles, they do nothing!
Goggles?
Oh, hey, Crit Twitch. Almost missed you coming in. Hey, how's it going?
Hina habitually wore goggles, but not because she had bad eyesight or anything.
Was it because she aspired to be the protagonist of a season of a Digimon anime?
She actually had excellent vision, along with incredible observational and reasoning abilities.
Okay, but how was she at arts and crafts and the guitar?
That's why escape games and the like were nothing to her. She could solve them in a snap.
Except for some weird angles, I do like this version of the character. I assume you mean Aiba in her sort of like human form? It's a little weird, but I do like it. Be a prerequisite for most series. I know it's a popular anime trope in general, but like, I don't know, it still has always felt like the most Digimon coded to me, personally. Arcadius. Also, hi.
I don't need a map to get to Bone Town.
Oh, that reminds me. So, like, apparently there's like a horror movie coming out this year called Bone Lake, and I've never heard of it before, and yet inexplicably I know how to get there without a map. Also, I kind of want to see it just because it's called Bone Lake. It's not a good reason, but it is a reason. Not Data Squad Sabers, because punching a Digimon in the face is the MC requirement. I saw one of those 2 seasons, I think.
She was actually so good that it wasn't uncommon for her to be banned from these games.
Examine praise where? God, these numbers are gigantic. I mean, no matter what, I should probably spend a 5th, right? I mean, where's the most expensive one? Which kind of makes me want to pick it, but I don't think that's been, like, consistently a good solution. If you go to Bone Lake, you might get wet down there. That's really true. That's definitely true. It's fun. Like, the trailer actually looks like kind of interesting to me, but it also gives you like no information. It basically like shows like 2 couples like at a cabin at a lake, and then just like generic scary stuff happening around them, and then the voiceover is something like, "But if you leave now, you'll never know if your partner has a secret," or something stupid like that. It's probably just like some really exploitative nonsense, but just because of the stupid name, I want to see it.
I might get wet down there.
So in the other flashback, we had a conversation about her being like so smart that she would get banned from games or whatever. And it seemed more like her response was like teasing than praising. So like I'm kind of off that as a choice. I don't have a good sense between examine and wear what I think would like work good. I mean, if I take wear, I at least get like a preposterously big discount, like even more than equals 23. I don't know, she really loves her. I mean, she does, but like just cause someone loves someone doesn't mean that they're like actually always positive. Like a lot of people actually like teasing to a degree that I don't think is necessarily like supportive or chill. But I guess the question is like, do I think Sakura's the kind of person who would just like wear someone else's goggles? And I don't know. The vibe somehow seems right. It feels like she would be teasing her. I'm gonna go with wear. I think I'm like only a few decisions away from the end of this, so like I think I can afford like a miss here. Also, the timing is like really effective. The one I would get from this.
Well, this is a true cutting-edge digital gadget.
I'm just trying to take notes in general about good quotes and figure out later if I want them. This feels widely applicable.
It has many functions, including internet searches, navigation, and even auto-translation. Bring this to an escape game or a puzzle event, and you will solve it in a snap.
So she's a cheater?
Not necessarily. When I was in school, we had a test that allowed us to bring anything. But it didn't make it much easier.
That is about what I would expect. These tools themselves require some level of intelligence to use.
Kind of hard for a tool to use the tool effectively, if you catch my drift.
Those who lack the skill make their PC searches biased and use dictionaries to find suboptimal words. How trifling.
What's so bad about studying porno mags?
I hope that saves the world someday.
Arguably it has. The things I wore, things that touch me, I blank. Didn't matter whether they're blank, blank, or blank.
Date, you have less than 2 minutes left. Be careful.
The goggles, they did nothing.
Hina habitually wore goggles, but that's why escape games and the like were nothing to her. She was actually...
I'm gonna burn off my 1/5 here on this, compared to some of the recent choices, relatively small time cost of 137. I think it'll give me like 2 timies to make the other options more manageable. Might be a little bit of a risk, but I think this makes sense because I know there's the potential to have to do 2 more of these. Examine.
This is a pair of so-called AR glasses. They are like a wearable PC. If you look through them, you can see things like icons and CG images as if they actually exist in the space before you.
So it's something that lets people experience what it's like to have you.
Visually, at least. It does not contain any AI as capable and special as I am.
She's right. No AI is as capable and special as Aiba.
Oh, now I want like a Gaston style music number where like Pewter extols the virtues of Aiba.
Okay.
Though these are Hina's goggles we're talking about, I believe Aiba may be able to connect to them.
You sure these really are Hina's, though?
Very. She had them custom made.
So that she could cheat at games.
Alright, thanks.
See Zuckerberg today? No, I don't think I saw that at all. I spent like a lot of time trying to keep up on whatever was going on in the world, but nah. Well, I guess we'll call them poplars and do the third option here, but like legitimately my instinct says that was the least likely of all the options. That's bad. Let's spend 23 on this.
Wow, lady, you are just so capable. It is really admirable.
Lady.
Hina always had a good head on her shoulders, but calling her capable might have been a bit misguided.
That's weird.
It was like she traded the ability to do everything else in return for brain power. There was the time when she tried returning home to Tokyo, only to find herself eating fried ramen in Hakata all the way down south. And then there was the time when she asked me to help her put on her underwear. I almost fainted.
I'm not sure that had to do with her incompetence so much as the fact that you two were roommates, but, you know, I'll let you work that out in your coma time.
With her being like this, I decided that I would dedicate my life to supporting her.
I knew Hina was klutzy, but damn.
There was also the time she destroyed Abyss's coffee maker and filled the MPD offices with the smell of Guatemala.
It's a really weird way of putting that.
That was her?
Slow blinks. What, Critchwich? What part of that
There
required scrutiny?
Die! Die!
See, that's the response I'm used to when I talk to
Hey,
women.
the power's out again.
The train on track 8 is arriving shortly. For your safety, please stay behind the yellow line.
A train?
A train? He's pretty fast.
Date, look over there.
She really does pop up whenever we're dealing with important memories related to Hina.
Oh god, is it crisis time?
If
No,
there is a
that's
train
not. We don't
coming,
have that.
Is it not dangerous to stand there?
It is. There's no telling what'll happen if she's run over.
Oh, it's like a really big number.
What do we do? Sakura's number is obscenely big now.
There's gotta be a way. Don't give up.
Easy for you to say.
This world could have more rules we don't know yet.
Things I wore, things that touched me, I treated them all with lots of care. It didn't matter whether they were mine, blank, or blank.
You've only got a minute to go. Please hurry.
Well, you know, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, I mean, kind of feels like I should interact with the jack-o'-lanterns. What do you guys think? Maybe the jack-o'-lanterns? It's the number how many actual licks it would take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop? I think the really big number is, yeah.
Jack-o'-lantern.
Increasing my number by this much would mean nothing.
Number increases. Right, that's the trick.
Did you realize something?
The number increases when the object is hit by the metal bat. That's how the pod's number increased, right? In that case, we can increase this lantern's number by making her hit it too.
I see. That is worth trying, though it seems doubtful that she would cooperate.
She reacts to what you're doing, so just shout something that would get her attention.
I helped her put on her underwear. Smash, 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 smash.
Very well. What should I say?
Let's split some pumpkins. I feel like there ought to be one of these that just says, any questions? I feel like it's either Hina loves you or you're not Sakura. Like, it really doesn't seem like it's you better come out. I really want to hit let's split some pumpkins, but, like, I don't think that's probably it. You're an alien. Yeah, I think I have to use my minus 331 on You're Not Sakura. I think it's Hina loves you. I mean, I don't know. They both seem important to you, but you might be right that, like, she's getting more riled up over us learning about the feelings. like, the conflict hasn't been as much about her identity, even though I feel like that would be provoking her. I don't know. I feel like I'm under the curse that I will be punished for any decision I make, no matter how well reasoned. So I guess I'll just give it a shot then.
Hina loves you!
Of course she does!
There was a reaction.
Feels like we're close, though.
Nah, I guess my instinct was right. Their feeling... Wait, this person has a personality predisposed to liking mathematics. Their feelings, love, and even repulsion were expressed as numbers. That's weird, man. It's like a weird way to be.
You are not Sakura!
What did you just say?
Honestly, when you said that, like, I feel like you're right, that it makes more sense. I don't know. I mean, my initial reaction was that this should work, but, like, thinking about it, like, this hasn't actually been, like, the whole conflict, right?
What did you just say?
The number went up.
All right, we did it.
That's the lantern Hina got for me.
Try hitting it with a bat.
The one Hina said she bought for me.
All right, let's keep this up.
Akemi is feeling down. We are free to increase our number here. Date, the...
What? But the just a bit longer.
No!
Hate this. I hate this about, like, I will never not hate this about the design of the Somniums. Like, the time limit makes sense in a narrative sense, but the fact that you can't reliably, like, puzzle or reason your way through these makes, like, this type of result just, like, really frustrating. Just, like, Tell me what experience you think I'm supposed to have as the player when this happens. I should have tried harder? Like, you know, if I die in a game like Dark Souls, that's, like, supposed to be really hard. It's like, ah, crap. Like, I could have dodged at a different time. I should have read their actions differently, right? Like, when I'm playing, like, a visual novel game and, like, I'm just, like, randomly penalized for choosing options that feel reasoned, and then the game just says, like, you idiot, you ran out of time. Like, what am... Like, the only thing I can do different is, like, have knowledge from failing. Like, I couldn't have done better. Like, it just, like, there are games where it makes sense to, like, lose and have a setback, and I just, like, don't understand how it fits into the model of what this game is, you know? Like, I just don't know what it adds to the experience to be able to lose Somnium. Especially that you can, like, lose Somnium with a finite number of tries. Like, what's the purpose of it? So this interface could be better, but, like, we want the one that costs the fewest. Apparently you got this from the hype train and didn't notice. I feel like it's new.
Dante. Keep at it.
The down bat is really good. Oh man, and now we get to do that thing that I loved last time where I just, like, have to go through all the cutscenes and, like, can't... Yeah, like this, for example, I can't, like, skip through this more. So now we just, like, have to watch this again. Like, isn't that, like, isn't that good gameplay? That, like, there wasn't something that I could, like, demonstrably have done better without the knowledge of, like, seeing what successfully worked, but, like, now I'm punished for playing the game. Like, the concept of the Somnium, like, totally works for me, and, like, in 3 games, they've never managed to figure out how to, like, get the stupid time limit mechanic to work.
That'll probably...
Although, admittedly, I feel like this is an unforced error, in that, like, you just don't need to make multiple inputs have huge time costs. I think that's unlikely to yield a satisfying result, even if you happen to guess them all correctly. It just, like, drastically increases the swinginess of like making wrong guesses. And like, I don't think it's fun or interesting. Things I wore, things that touched me, I treated them all with lots of care. It didn't matter whether they were mine, someone else's, or insignificant. See, this is annoying too, because like, even if I had somehow gotten the full version of this key, I feel like this hint suggests that I should try, like, putting on the goggles. Which isn't correct. You're supposed to praise her and not put on the goggles.
Are these Hina?
Hina, she actually, that's why she was...
Oh, honestly, though, is it worth it to, like... get one of these good timies before going on to the lanterns? Because, like, all the numbers are still really big. But I guess it's like... I guess it's the same difference, right? Get a 7th off of this? I'm just gonna run it and see what happens. I'll obviously get punished no matter what choice I make.
Wow, lady, you are...
Nego says Hello Kitty had an update, and now her favorite derpy alligator has new hats. He's currently wearing a flower crown. Is there a bee on the flower crown?
There she is.
Die! Die!
Ugh. Traumatized all over again. Just like all my first dates.
The power's out.
Woman, like, flinging a bat around, screaming, die. If I had a nickel for every time, you know?
The train on track 8 is arriving shortly. For your safety, please stay behind the yellow line.
A train?
Sadly, no, but now I want to crochet a big Challenges wearing a BFF. I assume Challenges is the gator.
Pop up whenever we're dealing with important memories related to Hina.
If there is a train coming, is it not dangerous?
God, even that sounds like a clue that the thing you're supposed to do at the lanterns is talk about Hina, and that's not correct either. But this is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, it's hard enough to, like, try and, like, work out possible clues to the right choice of different options. So especially when, like, the opportunity cost of getting one wrong is, like, pretty steep, and, like, the clues aren't very helpful. Like, it's annoying that some of them are, like, actively kind of misleading.
It is. There's no telling what'll happen if she's run over.
Donk. Really did get to 666. It turns out that I thought that one was a gate, but it actually just doing that interaction just gives you the 666. It's the only purple one that exists, but apparently it's a set to command, not a criteria check command.
Date, you have less than 2 minutes left. Be careful.
Did you realize
the number that's in?
Though it's very.
Let's go ahead and say. Boy, these numbers are huge. Spend 45 on Hina Loves You.
Hina loves you! Of course she does! There was a...
Feels like we're close, though.
So stupid. I autopiloted because I'm an idiot, and it matters so much because the game is needlessly punishing. And every time, and like the reset, like it can't even like reset a small amount. You have to go back like 5 minutes. I'm such an idiot. God. But like this is a legitimate like cognitive thing. It's like you start tuning out if you have to like replay several minutes and can't skip through it and get back to where you're trying to do. It happens in like every video game ever.
All right, let's.
Date, less than half a minute to go.
If we could somehow add this.
That day, Hina and I participated in a collab puzzle event at a theme park. The park was known for its shows and parades that changed depending on the season. The jack-o'-lantern decorations they had were really cute.
I have no idea. I truly have no idea. But I'm pretty sure I lose regardless. I think making like one wrong choice here in this whole segment, I think even if I had done perfectly in the previous sections, because I think like altogether I've lost like, I don't know, maybe like 30 seconds time total. Like, I don't think that moves the needle. I think if you make one single wrong choice in this whole segment, you automatically lose the entire Somnium. And I just think that's complete dog water. Like, that just, like, absolutely, like, just what does it add to the game? Like, genuinely. Like, someone explain to me, like, what about that would be a good experience? Like, in a gauntlet that is, like, a series of relatively arbitrary guesses, that if you get a single one wrong at any point, you automatically lose. Can you imagine, like that being like a test in school? He's like, okay, pop quiz. Like, here's a subject you've never learned. Here's like 6 questions. You have no basis to know these other than to randomly guess correctly. And if you get one wrong, you fail the entire class. What's kind of interesting, starting to describe a game show like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? No, completely false. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire is based on largely like common sense questions. You have a reasonable method of knowing the answer to them by being a human being who's lived on Earth. Like, these aren't like logic questions. Like, they're not even like difficult logic puzzles. They're like pure like conjecture. The thing that's like kind of funny here is like I could at least theoretically try to get information about 2 of these by picking staring contest first and then really quickly making a second guess, assuming that's not correct, which it probably isn't. But I suppose that in an absence of having any idea what to do, I might as well try.
Mr. Jack! Mr. Jack! Let's have a staring contest. You laugh, you lose. Boo-hoo-hoo! Why are you laughing?
You look like a shoe bill that just inhaled citrus juice through its nose.
I would very much like to see this shoe bill.
Oh, Dante!
Ride the shoe bill.
It's over!
That day, Hina and I parked with the jackal.
It's not over. I outsmarted you, idiot. Okay. I mean, strike a pose is like 10 trillion seconds. I guess I might as well try that, since time is no object.
Leave it to me. I know you are too old to know any good poses. Like this?
Where did your confidence go?
That was it.
I want to return to Hina's side. I couldn't do that finger heart pose because I was too embarrassed and felt like it didn't suit me. But I can do it with Hina. I want to take more photos with her again.
Just to be clear, how old are you? I feel like it's a very young person thing to do.
She bought that lantern for me when what I wanted was an egg lantern. But it's still a present from her, so I want to see it, to touch it as soon as possible.
We're still talking about the lantern, right?
Hina, please realize it. It's because of her that I... Hurry, please, Hina.
What was the thing at the beginning of this?
Referring to that reptilian?
Most likely. This means that they are both aware of each other.
And what's Hina not realizing?
Does it have something to do with Akemi too?
You said the reptilian's voice print matched Sakura Asahi's, right?
Yes, and Hina was very disturbed when she heard Akemi speak.
Pewter, how likely is it that the reptilian is Sakura Asahi's split personality?
Not possible. At least that's what Sakura's brainwaves suggest.
And what in the hell is she?
Another personality. Wait!
What? Did you figure something out?
I need to look over the data, pronto! Just hang on!
Right.
Anyway, I would like to increase my number some more.
No good. The train is coming.
But this number is...
Aiba, hurry to Sakura Asahi. Right now!
But why? What can we do there?
I'll figure it out. Just go.
What are you basing this on?
Intuition!
Ingenuity. And then we immediately lose. Because, like, we have to move. So, like, we've timed out.
What? But the info we have isn't nearly enough. Just a bit longer.
No! I am aborting this.
Oh, yes. And now we get to... Now we're subjected to all of that again for, like, no reasonable consequence. Boy, this is genuinely the worst Somnium in a long time. There was like a bad like swimming one in the middle of Nirvana Initiative.
Keep at it.
But like honestly, most of Nirvana Initiative wasn't that bad in terms of the Somniums. The story was atrocious. But like toward the end, they like actually became like really forgiving was my recollection. Like the cooking one was super easy. I think there was another one around that time that like was really straightforward. But, like, I don't remember the last time one has been this rough. Like, the only one that immediately comes to mind is, like, there's a Somnium near the end of the first game where, like, you're in the warehouse and you have to, like...
Wouldn't you say?
You literally have to sequence, like, the entire warehouse correctly or restart the entire warehouse because, like, the last choice is so punishing. Oh, do you love that I can't skip, like, any of this at all? Do you enjoy that?
I don't think... I mean, wait, based that on... Yeah.
Honestly, like, pretty unclear that this is, like, this seems like it should be the correct decision, taking the biggest number here, but, like, I don't know. I haven't seen, like, a multiplier or anything.
What?
There she...
Really not clear what kind of Deus Ex Machina we're meant to expect will make the end of this possible based on what we do know so far.
Date, look over there. If there is a train coming, is it not dangerous to...
Oh no, if I hold down right trigger, it will do proper skip, huh? There's like a different kind of skip that doesn't do that. But that one, I guess, does work.
Less than 2 minutes left. Be careful.
Did you realize...
The number, that's how the... In that...
I see, though it... Very well.
You're not Sakura. I'm gonna hit you with a stick. Oh my god. Wonk. That's right, I said wonk.
The one...
Alright.
If we could sub...
That day, the park was Jack.
I don't know why she would want an egg lantern more than a jack-o'-lantern. Although these aren't like the best jack-o'-lanterns. Let's strike a pose, which will still... Wait. That still gets us killed, doesn't it? 1/7. Is there a way to do this? Like, does this require a walkthrough? Like, I don't... Like, I'm so confused and annoyed by this.
Leave...
Because this is a game over, isn't it?
Anyway.
No good. Aiba.
But
I'll fix it.
Yeah, that's game over.
No.
I don't like whoa. Like, because I don't know what the end game is, I don't know if I can use a lower number and like do something that takes less time. But like, I haven't lost that much time before this checkpoint. Like, I don't know what to do about this. I think this is actually the worst Somnium of all time. And I'm like not even trying to be dramatic. Like, I genuinely think that like this is it. Demolition, are you able to verify? Let's start with this. If you say you already have the walkthrough. We are in just past opening the third gate. The first thing you have to do is the 666 memory. Like, there's no choice at that point. Is the first thing to do after that goggles, or does it say to do something else? You're close. Do you have a -2 or a -5? No, an equal. No, I have none equals. I have none. I used them earlier because, like, numbers were huge, and I thought, like, they were gonna... Gotta or redo. See, that's... This is the warehouse. Like, the warehouse is just like this. Like, if I had an equals, I obviously would have used it, to be clear. So, like, you literally have to do the... Like, just to be clear, if you don't magically intuit with no input from the game that you have to save a specific resource for the end, then you have to redo the entire segment, which is, like, 90% of the stream. You have to do that whole thing again. All of it. I just want to be clear because no one in chat seems as upset as I am. And I'm like, I know I get big, loud, mad sometimes, but like, that's not game design. That's not what that is. That's some other thing. That's being really mad that people wanted to pay money to play the game that you developed. Okay, guess I'll just restart then. Would you like to know where to use it? Yes, unequivocally, if the game is gonna, like, basically, like, punish me for existing, tell me exactly when to use the minus. But, like, am I allowed to... Because, like, I get, like, 2 equals ever if I take only right choices. Am I allowed to use the other one? Do I need the other one at the very end? This is also important information. Because I don't know what the end is. Because I can't get there if I don't cheat. Hold on the strap. This is really... Like, I certainly think this is really trash. Just saying that the chat distraction and all, that's at least an hour and a half of gameplay to redo. I mean, like, luckily we managed to, like, figure out, like, the intended forced fast forward, but, like, you shouldn't need that. Like, you shouldn't have to redo... Like, this is, like, the inherent problem of the Somniums, is that, like, they're... The whole time spend mechanic ignores the fact that you don't have perfect information. Like, if I know what every time cost is along the timeline, then I can map out relatively easily where I am allowed to use timies and whatever. But you don't have that kind of information. And you never know if the thing that you're looking at is the most expensive one or not. And, like, some of these times in this game, I feel like I've been punished for, like, being too conservative with the timies. So I used them when the numbers started getting big, and then the numbers started getting preposterously large. But I have no way of knowing that. You need to strike a pose with one of them. So that's the only one that's going to require it. I just want to be insanely clear about this, because I'm not doing it a third time.
There's an incoming call.
Wait. Okay. So I can save 2 for that, and I think I get like 5 somewhere around here. the other side and get turned around. But like seriously, like again, I know that I kind of get like mad about stupid stuff like all the time. I get like triggered by video games constantly. But like, what does it add to the gameplay experience that like if you don't know that one piece of information, you're expected to like redo the whole stream? Oh, I have to hit a different button other than the fast forward. The fast forward doesn't advance that. What? Demolition, look at the end though. I'm just concerned that there's like some other, because like I am not able to get to the last question. So like I just need to know that that isn't also like save some type of resource for this. But like it, even if it's not saying you like need an equals, it's not like you need to have like at least a 7th or something, right? Half is like totally useless. Let's do place ear. Once you use one of the equals there, you win. So like there's not even like another time spend after that? God, that's criminal. That's so horrible. This is embrace. Since you auto win with the only remaining action. God, I'm gonna find whoever designed this and hit him with a bat. I'm gonna hit him with a metal bat, you understand? I don't know why they've become obsessed with this. Like, this didn't used to be a thing, and they still don't use it in every Somnium, but they've become more reliant on, like, the last couple of decisions having, like, big time spends so that you can run into this more easily. This is definitely the worst one in this game. Yes. I think it might even be worse than the warehouse in the first game, which I think was the previous worst one. And fast forward's the only saving grace. Yeah, but, like, you don't like normally need it. Like it's not even a thing that I think the game explicitly tells
Dante,
you.
There are 5 minutes left. Proceed with caution.
These are...
This was pick one and examine, wasn't it? Pretty sure that was true. Okay, we have 0. It's also dumb that that doesn't give you a negative number. It feels like they had designed that to be an element of this, that you could make it, like, re-positive, and then they, like, just changed it later, and then we're like, oh, making a number negative is equivalent to 0 for some reason. Or maybe it's just supposed to emulate those mobile games that don't exist, I don't know. Super casual Cabadon.
What?
Less than 4 minutes to go. You've got this.
This was Thank, I'm pretty sure. It's kind of annoying in like a narrative sense that she is able to both attack us when we make a good choice, but like also still have the time to like concurrently get like a similar amount of points to try and threaten us. Like it feels like she should... It just feels like it is unfair for that to be possible to happen. So if we completely skip all of the dialogue and use the fast forward, we can get here in like 10 minutes. But like, let me tell you, there's just no reason. Demolition, is there a correct choice following the equals 666?
Just who are you?
Do you have to take the biggest one? I feel like it's vaguely implied, but like it's so punishing, it seems like it almost doesn't matter.
Three minutes left, Date. Keep at it.
God, even with that, that's like not actually that much time considering the time spend. Unravel everything.
Increase.
You are not Sakura. Playing this in fast forward is kind of funny because it just keeps alternating the like lullaby music and like a short interlude of the like get hit with a bat music and then just going like alternating. All right. Equals to strike a pose.
Leave it to me.
So I think the important thing here is like computer has some idea of what it means for there to be multiple personalities of Akemi/Sakura. And he needs more time, and we have to stop Sakura's subconscious self from getting run over by a train, even though we have no idea how to do it. So let's go.
Very well.
Can I jump the gate? How do I even get there? I guess... Is the end still open? But here's the thing, you also have to like save enough time to like get over there, so like it's even not like still guaranteed.
The train is coming. Aiba, we gotta save Sakura Asahi.
But how?
I don't know about you. My instinct is that I should help, but I am considering the other options because I think it's kind of close. I'm gonna go help up. The up help.
No good. The train is here. But how do we save her?
The train? Right.
Can you get on the train?
Do the train instead.
The train?
Yeah, we clearly have enough points for that.
1700. I see.
No, we'll stop it, I guess. No, I thought we were trying to get in the train, but I guess that works too.
All right, we did it.
That was a close one. And how's Sakura doing?
How long will I have to sleep?
How long will this go on?
See her. See Hina again. I could recover from my condition. I just need that doctor I know. I could wake up again. But because of her, Hina just doesn't realize it.
The AI is keeping her in the coma? That's confusing.
Anymore. Please realize, Hina.
Yeah, you're right.
Again, this is I don't know why we took her out of the hospital.
Without you around, I'd be the real Sakura.
My number's so big.
I won't let you have Hina.
Your number's way too small, idiot.
You can't defeat me.
I see. I see. So that's how it is. Date, I have the answer. That lizard is another Sakura. She was created by Hina herself.
That's really stupid.
Beating me here doesn't mean anything, Aiba.
Your face is a little crazy.
What?
That lizard is an AI created by copying Sakura's personality and memories.
No way.
She just displayed lucid awareness of me.
An AI that can infiltrate the sync system. The only ones who could build that are me and Hina.
So that's how it was.
I mean,
Boss,
I didn't need the
don't let
Somnium to
Hina
figure that out.
You think you have to tell me that?
But like the timing and some of the details still don't make sense. Why make her into a lizard girl? I mean, some people juggle geese, man. Some people are into weird stuff. I mean, like, I appreciate that Somnium gives us backstory to the character of Sakura, although frankly, she's largely unnecessary to this story, if we're being honest with ourselves. She's sort of a means to an end, really, at least based on what we know of the story so far. But, like, man, A, that was a really bad Somnium. And 2, we just didn't actually learn anything that wasn't like already super heavily implied just by the evidence leading into the Somnium. Like, I don't get why Hina made the AI, why she was unaware it would have Sakura's voice. If she somehow made it intentionally evil, why it's like making it escape, like there's...
So that's how it is.
Care to fill me in?
First of all, the person in the pod is Sakura Asahi, the woman who disappeared from Central Hospital 6 years ago.
Such like a Phoenix Wright contrivance.
And your friend, right, Hina?
No, they're for sure roommates, guys. Stop calling her friend. That's, like, dishonest. They cohabitate strongly, if you understand my meaning.
Yeah.
The whole make an AI but don't know what it does is very 2025. I guess. Can I just, like, as an aside, just because AI is clearly, like, a big theme of this game and has been since well before AI was trendy back in, like, in the first Somnium Files game, I am absolutely sick to death of... I mean, I know a lot of people seem to think it's weird that, like, I still, like, use services that have ads on them. But, like, I am absolutely sick to death of ads about AI. I know everyone thinks they're being really clever, but, like, boy, every commercial break being, like, 90+%, like... Our company also made AI. What does it do? I don't know. It's good though, right? Buy our product or service. Like, I don't want to hear anything about your AI at all. I don't want, like, any of them. I want, like, a functional world where people are responsible for doing things. And I would also prefer for the infrastructure of just being a human in the country I live in to not be, like, increasingly on the threat of self-annihilation.
You digitized her personality, which you then copied onto an AI program you made.
I mean, if we're saying we have the technology to straight up copy someone's personality, is it even really, like making an AI program? Or is it just, like, copy and paste at that point, you know?
To create a perfect AI duplicate.
We'll cook ourselves and destroy our electrical grid. Oh man, somewhere just recently I saw like a video of people like going to look at a town that had been like affected by like an AI processing facility or something. It was like, wow, that's like significantly worse than I even would have guessed. It was very bad.
Yes.
Basically, that pod contains both Sakura Asahi's real body as well as an AI copy of her.
Why is it in the pod? And if it's in the pod, why is it also out running the kidnapping game with Iris? And, like, in what way does it have enough influence over physical space to kidnap Iris? Like, are we just, like, full-on Code Lyoko, where she, like, went into a tower and entered Code Xana and then started influencing stuff in the real world?
Is that even possible?
I know what's going on here. You repurposed my AI ball technology, didn't you?
Don't mess with Pewter's balls, okay?
Yes. I changed up the personality formation learning data, slightly edited the thought algorithm,
Slightly edited it to make it sociopathic.
and copied her mind by synchronizing it with the technology in that medical pod, which I modified using repurposed sync tech.
I understood most of what you did by watching the Somnium.
Yeah, same Pewter.
I knew you were talented, but this exceeds my expectations.
It's a Shodan situation. I don't think I know what that means, Keen.
The friend you've been in touch with all this time was that AI, right?
Yes, it was.
And over the 6 years since you made it, the AI's personality began to diverge from the original. And you lost control completely.
Yes, that's right.
The host of the escape game calls herself Asahi, which means...
The one behind the escape game was the AI Sakura, huh?
This is not super clever. I don't know if this is meant to be like our big twist at the end, but like this feels contrived even for like some, like, it's not as bad as Nirvana Initiative, but like I honestly, like, the ending of Nirvana Initiative is so heinously bad that on some level I truly believe that they wanted it not to make sense. Like, I know that there's an interpretation of facts where, like, they just thought that was way more clever than it was. But, like, it's just so powerfully stupid that, like, I just have a hard time believing that it was an earnest mistake.
Exactly.
Like, this is just kind of, like, stupid and, like, not interesting.
I want to help Sakura!
I know, and I want to help Iris. And to do that, we need to stop that AI. Hina, I need your help. Tell me everything.
Okay, Tate.
Oh, it's Aiba's trivia, everyone. I will start by putting it all in order. Oh, that feels like a bad sign. That feels like the game telling me that they think there's like a whole lot of clever stuff to recap here, when the basic premise is very obvious at this point. We've very much belabored that point. And the fine details we've been given like nothing to deal with. First, the person inside the pod is Sakura Asahi, and she has been comatose this entire time. I know that's right. Right, ladies? No, I don't know what that means. Second, the person behind the escape game in this entire case is an AI made by copying Sakura Asahi's personality. Right, we'll just handwave that a little bit. And that is Akemi, the reptilian. She is the one we have to stop. Hi from camping. I'm impressed you got enough bandwidth to say hi. Hi, Jakey. Hope your camping is going well. Let me talk to Chair. I love Chair. It's a chair. Oh, thank God. Hey, Hina. Actually... Can you believe all this, boss?
I have to, even if I don't want to. I swear, we always get the weirdest cases.
Isn't that the literal raison d'etre for Abyss? Is like stuff that you need stupid sci-fi garbage to solve, so you're like not gonna get normal cases?
Isn't that kind of what Abyss is for?
You have a 10-person tent to yourself? Honestly, that's more real estate than a lot of people have to like live in by themselves, Jakey. Good for you.
Fair point. But a stray AI of all things?
Okay, now to be clear, one of our own did this again. We really badly need an HR department.
Stray? We're not catching a lost cat here. Besides, it's not like we can't handle it, right?
You idiot. It's not that easy, and we're already over budget.
Well, maybe we wouldn't be if you hadn't, like, wasted a bunch of company time and money, like, exonerating Pewter for crimes he literally demonstrably committed. Is an AI semi-commonplace? You mean in this world? I don't actually think so. I think the implication is that AI, as sophisticated as what we're used to dealing with in this game, pretty much only exists in Abyss. Like, I think that's supposed to be, like, a unique aspect of Abyss. Like, those programs were developed, like, explicitly, if not, like, specifically, to coordinate, like, managing Somnium, because it takes such a toll on the human brain and is super dangerous to do it without, like, computer assistance. So, like, I think it was pretty much developed specifically for Abyss to be able to do that. I too am interested to know, like, canonically how that tech, like I guess part of my frustration with this not seeming that interesting is, like, it's still just, like, in-house, right? Like, we deal with problems on a relatively large scope in these games, but, like, it's still just, like, the same, like, dozen people involved. I mean, it's, like, plus or minus, like, 4 for each specific game, but, like, the only reason this happened is because Abyss already has this technology. I think, as dumb as it sounds, like, I'd be more into this as, like, the resolution to this game if it was more like Knight Rider and, like, you know, Kit is, like, the good guy supercomputer car, but, like, someone who has, like, opposing goals to the Foundation for Law and Government makes Car an evil supercomputer car. But, like, I'm pretty sure it was just, like, another guy. Like, I don't think he, like, was a disgraced, like, mechanic for the Foundation for Law and Government or whatever. Car. I think I woke a memory for Crit Twitch.
This is about money? So, Abyss doesn't have the deepest pockets. Boss isn't messing with the books, is she?
Do not worry. I keep an eye out for that.
Well, Car and Khan teaming up. Yeah, that'd be crazy. But then, like, to complete that crossover, like, William Shatner would have to drive Kit, the car that sounds like the principal from Boy Meets World. Which, I'm here for it. I'd pay for that.
Date, please use what we have to solve the case as efficiently as you can.
Shouldn't that be the default?
I'm counting on you.
No rest for the broke, huh?
Maintaining Abyss equipment is by no means cheap.
Money makes the world go round.
I mean, like, maybe if we, like, repurpose parts from the prototype sync machine we left in that dangerous, unattended warehouse, we'd be in better shape. It's Boss. Boss looks relaxed, but I can tell she's pretty shaken up. In order to display her looking shaken up, we would have to make a new character model, which we're not doing. Just want to see a Hades Deep Space Nine crossover. I don't think I've seen enough Hades to know why you want that, but that does sound viable. What's the AI's goal? Make number go up?
Imagine.
I guess that entire Somnium was make number go up if we're really being honest.
You created the AI Sakura by copying her personality, hoping it could somehow awaken the original Sakura Asahi.
Okay, but, like, for real, and I'm honestly not trying to be pedantic. How? Like, what was the goal supposed to be? Like, there's definitely some, like, yada yada suspension of disbelief here that, like, I have been really struggling with. Where, like, I understand that she made the AI. I sort of understand that it went rogue. There's, like, a middle part in there that's a little ambiguous to me that I think we're just gonna hand wave. But, like, truly, why did we think that was going to wake up? Like, why did we not just leave Sakura in the hospital? Why? Tell me why. Explain to me why we didn't do that. Like, even the game itself is sort of like, if I was in the hospital, I would actually be fine now. And why? Honestly, great question. Why Iris? I mean, I have been thinking about that too, but I got all hung up on the AI. Like, it's really not clear why Iris is involved at all. It just meant to be a distraction to keep, like, Abyss out of her hands until she is able to connect to the internet and take over the world? Somnium Files : Final Reckoning? I don't know. Why is Peter and Pod with the same tech? I think that's meant to be a coincidence in the sense that Hina helped to arrange the stupid pewter thing, and she already had familiarity with the pod. And this is just meant to explain why she had familiarity with the pod, even though she's not a medical technician. But, like, it's not a satisfying answer. It's just, I think, the answer we get.
And you've been communicating with that AI for several years. Was there anything strange about the AI during that time?
Yeah, I made, like, a weird AI that was a clone of someone, which we don't, like, condone and haven't done before. There's, like, a lot weird about that.
No, she was just like Sakura always was.
Violently attacking people with a bat. I think. It's been a while since I talked to her because she's in a coma, but I think that's what she was normally doing.
What's the AI's motivation? Why do you think she began doing this?
I don't know. I'm wondering about that too. She never used to hide anything from me.
You should finish each other's sandwiches. Did you realize she was involved?
Yes, I did.
How long?
When I first heard...
The voice of the host, right?
Yes!
Looks like my senses were not failing me.
Okay, no, but, like, that also still doesn't make any sense. Like, we haven't... Maybe they'll explain it. But, like, this has had me hung up this entire stream. Is like... If Hina was involved... If she was the one responsible for making Akemi, the AI reptilian, then, like, why is it the voice that was the weird thing? Like, if she already knew the AI existed and looked like that, shouldn't the mere appearance of the AI also have been confusing and alarming? Like, why is the voice the only weird thing?
That voice belonged to Sakura.
Okay.
I see. That explains it.
It explicitly does not.
I've been asking her all about this in chat, but she wasn't answering.
There's something really... There's something, like, weirdly infantilizing about, like, I asked the demonic AI in chat and it didn't respond.
And you don't have direct control over her?
Probably because her personality and thought patterns were a perfect match to Sakura's. Sakura was very assertive. She was always taking the lead.
Ah, so that's how you two were.
I still have no idea how long they knew each other before the coma started. Really no idea at all. But I do know they were roommates. Why would the AI Sakura make an escape game?
Probably because I like them.
Okay, but, like, I feel like this is a dishonest type of answer where, like, you know that's not what I'm driving at. The question is, like, why is she doing criminal kidnapping and, like, trapping people in deadly games? Not, like, why choose escape game as the vessel for that? It's like, why did she do a crime game and then stream it to the earth?
So she wanted to take something you liked and taunt you with it.
No! She would never do that.
Then why?
She thought she was helping me.
The motivations of the characters do not make sense to me, I've decided.
You think she wanted to make you happy?
Or maybe she wanted to solve one together with me. Like we used to.
Oh, that's such a pathetic answer. You could so easily do that without, like, kidnapping multiple human beings.
I see.
Like, I feel like that doesn't even scratch the surface of, like, what we should be driving at with that line of questioning. It's kind of annoying that just, like, peters out. Okay, how do we deactivate the AI?
Well...
I understand if you don't want that, but...
There is a way.
There is?
Hold the power button for a full 10 seconds.
You could just break the pod, but Sakura would die. Both Sakuras would die.
Ah, case closed. That's a really cheap solution. Thank goodness.
Makes sense.
As a medical pod, its primary function is life support.
Like, Date is doing such unbelievably heavy lifting for the, like, half-hearted effort that the writers have made to, like, make a competent story out of this. Like, anytime I'm like, okay, I need more detail for that to be, like, a compelling answer to that question, he responds, like, without fail, makes sense. Which it doesn't. Which it very clearly doesn't if you're, like, a rational human being, like, experiencing the story. But he's just like, that's good enough for me, I've decided. Let's keep on moving.
If you bust it open, the life support fails.
I'm still, like, extremely unclear on the basic question of how it is that the pod fully contains Akemi if she's also out and about doing kidnappings and stuff? Like, we've made no effort to explain that, and that seems pretty important to the plot.
Is there any other way to open it?
You've determined there's no legal way to play escape games in Japan. Yeah, that might be it. That might be it, Demolition.
The pod itself is being controlled by AI Sakura, so it can't be opened without her permission.
You don't have the credentials to open it yourself?
I already tried, but it looks like my admin access got stripped a long time ago. The back doors and the programming have all been sealed too. So, I've got nothing.
I see. Aiba, any ideas?
We should start by analyzing the pod.
And then?
We would take advantage of any gaps in the security we find. But there is no evidence that such gaps exist.
Well, if we already know that, why would we examine the pod? I feel like we gained that information by examining the pod. Maybe you should have mentioned that a while ago, Hina. Yeah. One really consistent thing in the Somnium Files games is, like, people not taking responsibility for, like, damage they could have prevented and no one ever really questioning it. Unless you happen to be a minimum wage high school girl working as a mermaid at a host club or whatever, then you're Satan. You're the devil. Really still gonna die mad on the hill that they mistreated Amame Doi in Nirvana Initiative. Like, just makes me so mad every time I think about it. Because, like, there are so many criminals who are complicit in, like, bad crap in the Somnium Files world. And we do so much to ignore it. And, like, one person, like, literally kills the serial killer who killed her father. And we're like, whoa, calm down. But, like, she's done all this damage. She, like, kidnapped a person, worked with an illegal Yakuza doctor, like, used proprietary, like, Black Ops government AI technology to, like, replicate her friend, which then got, like, innocent people kidnapped. And, like, we don't seem to care at all about all those consequences. And don't even get me started on Pewter. If you've been watching this game, you already know the whole nonsense where, like, he was guilty of crimes and we know that he's guilty of crimes and we're still like, it's fine. He didn't mean it.
But the program was made by a human. There's gotta be a bug or two in there, right?
Maybe, if it were not being maintained by an AI.
I mean, boy, this was sure written before AI was in the modern times what it is now, huh?
Then again, this AI inherited its thought patterns and technological prowess from a human. If there is still something human about her, there could be a chance.
I mean, that's actually, like, a good point in the sense that I don't think it makes sense. Like, if the AI was a copy of Hina, it would make sense that it had, like, highly advanced technological, like, engineering skills. But, like, what is it that Sakura did for a living? Do we know? We might know. I don't remember. But, like, I don't think she, like, the way she talked about Hina being like a classic STEM girl or whatever makes me think that, like, that's not her jam. If you say sorry, the crime didn't happen, right? Yeah, I'm not sure why we need a super advanced, like, crime-fighting organization like Abyss with the legal system that this fictional version of Japan has in place, right?
Something human, huh?
Or something dancer. So about the escape game Insomnium, I'm sure this is super important information.
Did that actually happen?
Yes. It was quite a long time ago. Back when Hina was still in college.
Okay, but, like, how long ago? There's a new season that started of Only Murders in the Building. And there's a character in it who's supposed to be, like, a really, like, caricature version of, like, a billionaire. And, like, he keeps saying these confusing things that make it unclear how old he is. He's played by, like, Christoph Waltz. And, like, he just keeps saying these things. It's like, okay, he's, like, clearly old, but, like, he also keeps talking about, like, weird procedures that are keeping him alive indefinitely. But, like, when was he born? I feel like we're doing that now.
She and Sakura both took me to an escape room.
And then they left me in there. Oh no, Jake, you put your tent on a hill? Hate to see that. I'm sorry that happened.
Though, as I recall, they got banned from everyone they played.
Oh my god, stop saying that.
Things from your Somnium showed up in the actual escape game.
By the way, what is it even, as someone who's played, I think, a way above average number of escape rooms for like a human being in this world, I don't know what it means to be banned from an escape room, and I don't know why an escape room would ban you for like paying for their service and like having the experience. Like, I think you'd be more likely to be banned for like spoiling the solutions to things, or like videoing the whole experience so people would feel like they don't have to spend money to do it. You're too good. No, but like, I know they keep saying too good, but like, what's the benefit to the business doing the escape room? Like, why would you need to do that?
Is that because the AI also had that memory?
I'm not aware of how the AI learned it, but that's most likely the case.
Maybe they did it with each other in the escape room. That would get you banned anywhere. Honestly, that's like the best guess I've heard all day of like anything at all in that go.
So the answer was simple. It's because you and Sakura Asahi both went to the same escape game.
It seems so.
Look at Pewter. It's Pewter. He looks so casual. You'd never guess he was behind bars yesterday. I love that these little look blurbs are so stupid. They're like, don't pay attention to the fact that we didn't render any emotion on their face. Everyone looks calm, but it's crazy tense in here. About the
Aiba was
Somnium?
clearly being messed with in there. Any ideas?
I believe there are two causes. First is the fact that the AI was made using repurposed AI ball technology. And second is the fact that the pod uses repurposed sync technology. The sync tech enabled the AI to interfere with the world of Somnium, and let Sakura appear there in the same way as Aiba. Though, there are some subtle differences.
She didn't look like a shrimp?
Meaning?
She was basically in the same state as you and I.
I see.
Wouldn't that be the same and not different?
Game is not over yet.
Huh?
I have prepared the best possible climax for you.
Man, I should be way more excited about a woman saying that to me. Oh, she's gonna like sync with Iris?
What awaits you are fireworks most befitting for the conclusion. Brief flowers of fire blooming in the sky with an intensity that could bring down the moon. Now what, exactly, could these fireworks be? The massive third eye will bear witness to it all. And you would like to see it too, wouldn't you?
I have so many questions this game refuses to ask about, like, why make a Kemi at all? Why make her in this form? Why was it not an immediate red flag to Hina that, like, a Kemi stopped talking to her? That she, like, appeared as the game master of this game, being broadcast all over the world through internet video. Like, there's just so many things that just, like, clearly weren't thought through. Like, I get the idea of, like, an AI being the rival is, like, kind of a cool idea, but, like, we just, like, it's just, like, a first draft where we, like, forgot to lay the groundwork to make any of this seem cool or interesting, and it's just, like, not thoroughly thought out.
The best part is coming next.
Your answer continues to be because Hina and Sakura did it with each other in the escape rooms. I mean, I think that's reasonable. It reminds me of the time that the plumber caved in my ceiling and I had to call their, like, office number. And they, like, kept wanting to ask me these, like, really inane, like, questions about, like, what my grievance was. And I was like, no, like, you don't understand. Like, connect me to, like, management, like, immediately. Like, this is a problem. A dude caved in the ceiling of my home. And, like, they kept wanting to ask those questions. And I was like, just assume that the answer to every one of these questions is, I need to speak to the manager. Fill that in as many times as you need. And that's your answer. And it will continue to be your answer. And I feel like that's what Neko is doing with all the unanswered questions, is simply like, the answer is always that the two of them did it in an escape room. And frankly, that's a better answer than I think the game is going to give us for almost anything, really. It's apparently the last page of the guide. It's very short. That doesn't surprise me, but I also don't think I'm going to push for another hour tonight. I mean, I'll figure out between today and tomorrow what that means, but like, I don't want to stay up super late because my tomorrow plans are very important to me. So, yeah, we're gonna save.
Boss, what happened to it?
Huh? I don't know.
Excellent management style, boss. Really appreciate it.
Me either.
The AI must have done this somehow. Aiba, find out who carried it away.
On it.
Damn.
I assume it was a large number of ants.
Date, I used security footage to isolate the vehicle used to haul the pod away. It is this
Ice cream
one.
truck?
Where's it now?
I could not trace it using cameras alone.
Boss, send out an APB for this car. Aiba will send you a picture.
Got it.
I guess I'll get him on this too. Aiba, do it.
I am reluctant, but here.
Ryuki? I was gonna try and save at the start of the next scene.
What do you want?
I want you to look for the car in the picture I'm about to send.
Is that the one that kidnapped Tessa?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Then hurry up and send it. When I get my hands on those fuckers, they're fish food.
You have the ability to turn things into fish food with your hands? That's incredible. He ate the fish food fruit.
Yeah.
Very difficult to say.
Leave it to me.
That should help us search places the police wouldn't go.
Knowing Moma, he must already be searching for Iris using his own methods. Though you have just solicited the help of a criminal organization. You should prepare yourself for the consequences.
This game is so weird about Moma. Like, when Moma's actually in a scene, I feel like it remembers who Moma is. But then, like, if Moma's not in the scene, like, the whole game seems to have this weird, like, warped recollection of, like, who he is and how he functions. Like, we already teamed up with him in the first game. We like, staged that whole, like, van escape thing. We had to, like, retrieve Iris from the warehouse at some point, and we had to, like, drive, like, a Hummer in, and, like, he was shooting people. Like, we have worked with him under, like, more dubious circumstances than this. Also, great point by Neko. Everyone in the room you're in is already a criminal. Literally including Date.
Another 10-hour compliance course. If it's for Iris, I can bear it. Anyway, connect me to Ryuki next.
Very well.
Is this conversation just the whole rest of the game long?
Hello?
Ryuki, I need your help with something.
Anything for you. Just say it and I'm there.
Get me into a mixer with 10 sexy ladies, minimum.
Just couldn't help himself.
What?
Night, Keen. Thanks for coming by.
This is so sudden.
Date,
Listen, the man said he'd do anything.
stop joking around or I will blow your head off.
Ryuki? Sorry, that was an American joke. You wouldn't get it. Don't worry about it.
Oh boy, that's something. That's a line of dialogue.
But I already booked the 10 sexy ladies for next Friday.
You're quick.
So what do you need me to do?
I want you to help Pewter analyze the pod at Abyss.
Okay, I'm on it.
I'm counting on you.
Is that true, Vasco? Is that an American joke?
All right, Hina, let's go.
Yeah, you wouldn't understand if you don't already get it.
Huh?
Looks like the game isn't over yet, and you're the only one who can solve it.
Me?
Don't you think that Sakura Asahi wants you to solve this puzzle?
I honestly don't know why you would assume that, considering she's gone completely rogue.
This is a game. There's got to be a way to win. Sakura must be waiting for you.
Okay.
The scene finally ended, thank goodness.
Hina, did you find Iris?
Hina still sucks, says
No,
Neko.
not
And that is
yet.
true.
Aren't you so good at solving puzzles that you get banned from escape rooms?
Oh my god. Did someone get paid for every instance they like worked that into the script, or did they lose a bet? Like, why do they just like stop saying it? It's like not even a thing.
I can't give you the solution to a puzzle before I even know what the puzzle is.
Then let's go over what we know.
Roger.
Okay, good. We finally got the ability to save in a new scene. Hallelujah. That was not a good Somnium. Also, the plot is stupid. I would definitely... I mean, assuming that nothing drastically changes the ranking of the quality of this story, like, before the end of it, like, is definitely worse than the first one, which is far from perfect, but obviously better than Nirvana Initiative, because it's one of the worst. The twist is so bad, and it really undercuts, like, most of the story that precedes it. I've already said a lot about my feelings on the story, but I guess the thing is this, like, it all really boils down to, like, similar to the first game, I think there is an interesting idea at the core of this case with there being, like, a rival AI, but, like, boy, do I think we didn't take the time or care to build that up to be something interesting, which is honestly, like, almost exactly the problem I have with the first game. So, spoiler for the original Somnium Files game, which hopefully at this point you either don't care about or already know. But the plot in the first game is that, like, someone knows the exploit of what happens when you spend more than 6 minutes in Somnium, which is inexplicably that, like, the two people connected to the machine, like, exchange consciousnesses. And so they're a criminal who used that ability to like commit murders and then switch bodies, making it difficult to like figure out who the serial killer is who's doing this very specific type of serial killing. Which I think is an incredibly interesting idea that the game doesn't really set up at all. Like, I think that it should emphasize that, like, we have these clues that indicate that the culprit is like 5 different people and it doesn't make any sense. And, like, instead of that, you just keep, like, randomly following leads and then just, like, kind of giving up. But, like, I feel like the thing that makes that story interesting is, like, if you're sure that your police work is correct and the answer just doesn't make any sense and you need the insight from the twist to explain it. Like, that's what I think makes the potential of that story interesting. Here, like, the idea of a rival AI is interesting. The fact that, like, we had to make up a brand new character who could, like, betray Abyss by, like, having the knowledge on how to make an AI that sophisticated kind of downplays how interesting it is. Because, like, they show up out of nowhere. There's, like, no actual suspicious characters. Like, who else would it be other than her, right? Like, there's really no, like, suspense there. So, like, that kind of sucks. But then, like, in addition to that, like, so many of the details of, like, the motivation of, like, how and why it got to the point where, like, the AI is a villain. Like, at this point, it sounds like we're, like, about to go into, like, the final confrontation. And I still don't understand the mechanism by which this AI is somehow in a quantum state of, like, physically being trapped inside the same stasis pod as Sakura, but, like, also somehow out in the world on the internet able to, like, do meat space crimes with Xana powers from, like, Code Lyoko. Like, we just haven't done anything to, like, explain the actual mechanism by which this is possible, let alone, like, give a sense of, like, why the rogue AI wants to do this, or, like, how it truly came to reach that point. Like, with these characters in this world, you could definitely make the basic premise of No Sleep for Kaname Date into a compelling story. But much like the first Somnium Files game, we just, like, didn't really put in any time to the details that actually make it work. And that's what's so frustrating about the Somnium Files games. I think it's maybe the single most frustrating thing. There are multiple. Sometimes they hammer bad jokes too hard. The Somnium mechanics, as discussed earlier, tend not to be great or even manageable at times. The twists are really uneven. And granted, Nirvana Initiative has its own problems that are like way above and beyond what the other two have in common. But just the fact that like these could truly be like standout, memorable, unique, like flagship intellectual property games, and they just don't. They just don't do it. And if they make a fourth one, I'll play it. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, here's my room. As Neko pointed out, I have some more Sandshrews. And I did get a Decidui. I went really heavy on the Alolan Q. I think I talked a little bit about it on streams past, but like I had been waiting for the Alolan Sitting Cuties from the Pokemon Center US for a long time, and then they came out the day I got the really bad quote for like fixing the components in my air conditioning system that were past their prime. And somehow, instead of wanting to preserve money, instead I was like, I'm gonna buy 8 Sitting Cuties, and they're not cheap, and everyone keeps complaining that they're not cheap because they're not. But yeah, take a look around this room, because the time is now. The stream is near its end, and we must find the secret Squirtles. This is a Squirtle that Sarah Roxakko made, and hidden amongst the other stuffed animals on display in this room are additional Squirtles. If you are able to locate a secret Squirtle hidden in this way, it will be an omen of good luck for you in the coming days. So take a look around. There's also some other fun things. Obviously, we've got Decidui, our little Robin Hood night owl. We've got Sandshrew family. I really have to show the Sandshrew up close. He's like way better than I thought he was gonna be. Like the pictures of the Sandslash look great, and he is great. I like him a lot. But the Sandshrew like way overperformed. He's really good. Okay, we've reached the appointed hour where only the diehards are still awake. Let's go take a look at mainly that top shelf, I guess. Okay. We'll start with Sandshrew family. So here's little Sandslash. He's got all his like prickly porcupine stuff. He's pretty great. Big fan. Here is little Sandshrew. And he's so good. Like he's just small and he's like posed really well and his face is good. The eyes are really cute. Like he's just really, really good. Just like really, really pleased with him. Like I'm a classic Sandshrew stan first and foremost. So I was like, I mean, I'm gonna get the Sandshrew, but like he is so good. Really like him. I do see a guest for Candy Corn, who is surprisingly not on the top shelf. Let's take a look at that real quick. Not a Squirtle hiding back there, but it is another one of our new additions. It is the Sitting Cutie Sandygast. His little baby sentient sand pile ghost. Spoiler alert, I got all of the non-Ultra Beast ghosts, I think, from the entire Alolan region. And then also Sandshrews. But not to lose the plot, we had a guess that perhaps there was a Squirtle back with our Alolan Icy Sandshrews. Not this time, but I was hiding a little banana to chill as a treat for later. And then we had a couple guesses behind our pirate-themed Eevee. We'll take a close look at that one. Because indeed, it does have a Squirtle companion. there's one thing I want to show off in addition to our little Squirtle guy. I mean, I guess I'll just sort of show you. Here's Decidui. He had a little tiny drift bloom behind him, but here's a good look at him. Got fancy feathers. He sits really good because his whole body is just sit form. Not all of the sitting cuties actually sit super good. But I'll show you this. Here's another ghost. Oh, hang on. Sorry. Ah, shoot. Look, I broke it. Nah, just kidding. That's Mimikyu, who has a disguise to look like Pikachu, and they made like a regular Mimikyu and broken disguise Mimikyu. So I got both of those. But fun fact, they sent me 2 extras. I legitimately think whoever was packing this like couldn't tell the difference and then just put like a bunch of them in the box and was like, I'd say one of those is probably right. So like I honestly think that this is a broken one that isn't as pronounced as the other broken one. Seems like way more like droopy and like obvious, but like the way the head is aligned, like I think it's a broken one. But this one was just a regular stand-up guy. But like I got a bunch of Mimikyus now. Also, I got Palisand. I really like Palisand. It's just neat. And while we're at it, here's Rowlet. He's not a ghost, but he becomes a ghost, and he's a little gentleman who looks like this. I mean, I had to get the ghost, but if I was going to get the ghost, I had to get the cute guy. The cute little one. Plan to get the Rowlet. Are they on sale over there in the UK? By the way, the theme was pirates. It's Talk Like a Pirate Day. And I had originally some plans about what I might do for a Pirate Day stream, but the way this month has gone, life found a way to make sure that didn't happen. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that on the back burner. I was thinking I might have that be some sort of, I don't know, stream goal of some kind in the future, because I don't know that I necessarily want to wait like a whole extra year to do that. Yeah, theme is pirates. Also, I count Coughing as a pirate, in case you were confused about that, because he literally has a skull and crossbones on him, so I always kind of think of him as a pirate Pokemon. Alright, that's going to do it for tonight. Gotta get up, I don't know, relatively early tomorrow. I'm going to go see, as we discussed at the start of the stream, I'm going to go see Downton Abbey: Final Reckoning tomorrow. So, in order to still have time to stream, don't want to be up too late tonight. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being you. And I hope to see you again soon. We'll be back to finish off this game tomorrow so that we have extra Halloween time. I may still have time to like... I bought Slay the Princess today because it was on sale. I kind of think it's better to like start that next week and then like spend that as some like extra ease into Halloween time. I don't know, maybe we fit in some blueprints or something, assuming that this doesn't take the whole stream. We'll figure that out tomorrow. But we'll be streaming here tomorrow and we'll figure something out. Until then, take care of yourselves and remember that you are clawsome.